Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. Happy hump day to the humpers. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We got a great show lined up for you guys. Woo, we got a lot of topics now. I had to extend my show just slightly. I had to extend my show just a little bit. Good morning, Miss Pewitt. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I see y'all coming in. Come on in, honey. Come on in, honey. Come on in, honey. Let's give me a little jam session while y'all come in, honey. How y'all doing, though? How y'all doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Give me 1 second. Ooh. Hold on. Give y'all a little jam session while y'all coming in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I see y'all coming in. Give y'all a little early morning twerk. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Wake y'all up right quick. That's enough. Let me cut y'all twerk. Rose said, hey, Rose about to, hey. Good morning, y'all. I had to wake y'all up. Some of y'all be asleep. And y'all know I'm not a morning person. So I said, hey, let me wake y'all up. Let me wake up in here, okay? Let's get into this show, honey, because we got a good show for y'all. I got some updates I got to do as well. So we're going to get all of that in there. Thank you guys for sending me some topics that you guys wanted me to cover this morning. I threw some of those in there. So I had to extend the show just a little bit. I hope you guys don't mind. I know you don't. But let's get into our show, honey. As you guys can see on the screen, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use of entertainment, okay? Thank you guys for coming in. Please do not forget to hit the like button so that we can stay in the algorithm, our chat, and other people can come over and see what we're doing over here, all right? So let's get into the show. We're going to jump right on in, honey, because that's what we likes to do. All right. Oh, I'm so tired of these pop-ups, Lord. All right, let's get into some Tasha K and Cardi B news, child, because it's going down with them two. I said, oh, Lord, it's just never ending with these two. My Lord. Child. So, of course, Tasha K and Cardi B are still fighting, honey. Let's let that come up as you guys can see on my screen. Tasha K, honey, says that Cardi B is trying to ruin her career. Now, y'all know that's why they said that Tasha, honey, had them damn offshore accounts where she was hiding money, where you know she owes Cardi B millions after she was sued for saying that Cardi B had diseases and other things going on with her that Cardi B proved to the courts that were untrue. So now she was sued for defamation and a few other things. And of course, Cardi B had her attorneys look into Tasha's finances. They're trying to do garnishment. So Tasha chose to move her money to offshore accounts to avoid that. And now Cardi is back on her ass again. And we knew that shit wasn't going to go away. I keep saying, girl, I keep saying. Now, y'all know that Tasha went out here and filed for, as you guys can see on the screen, honey, Chapter 11 bankruptcy, trying to avoid this shit. But you're going to have to pay, sis. Let's go ahead and get into it. Shout out to TMZ on this because y'all know they always have all the T. All right, let's get into it. Tasha K is firing back, honey, at Cardi B's claims that she's hiding money in her bankruptcy case and says that the rapper is just trying to financially ruin her and sabotage her career. But what were you trying to do putting out that negative stuff about her? Since she had diseases and all these other things that you were saying, what did you think it was going to do to her career? Her career is much bigger than yours. She had more to lose than you. I mean, granted, you are a successful blogger, but still, damn. All right, so in new documents obtained by TMZ, shout out to them again, says that the blogger alleges that Cardi tried to bully her financially and interfere with her bankruptcy case that she filed back in 2023 after Cardi scored a huge judgment against her. That's Tasha K, child. With all them damn teeth. Says that she says that she thinks it's pretty clear that the rapper wants to sabotage her career by trying to condition any settlement of the debt with a broad restriction on her ability to talk freely on her blogs and other social media. So she's watching her, and she has her lawyers, everyone watching her ass as well. Mm-hmm. Now, it goes on to say that Tasha says that in the paperwork that the case should not be thrown out, insisting that she deserves a chance to represent her own plan to bankruptcy court to see if it can be confirmed. Yeah. And it says that this comes in response to the paperwork that Cardi filed last month asking that the judge to toss the Tasha case bankruptcy case, where she questioned whether Tasha was really too broke to pay down the $3.4 million that she owes Cardi after losing the defamation case in 2022. Now, Cardi also accused Tasha of living a life of luxury while allegedly hiding money from creditors, claiming she uncovered multiple offshore trust accounts that Tasha holds. Now, it said that we've reached out to Cardi B for comment. Of course, no word back. They're not getting ready to speak on that because this is an open litigation. So you definitely don't be talking when you are in litigation with someone because you can jeopardize your case. So Tasha is fighting back and she's firing back at Cardi B in terms of saying, hey, she's trying to ruin my career. Every time I'm trying to do something over here, she is on my ass. So she's pretty much indirectly trying to ask her people to back off, and they're not going to do that. You owe her $3.4 million, as we just read. You owe her this money. Pay her. Shit. $3.4 million you owe Cardi B, and you need to pay her because you had no business saying the shit that you said about her. That's why you have to do your damn homework on people before you just hop up there saying shit for clicks and views, because that will get your ass fucking sued out here. You got to do that. You do. People will strike back and fire back. TD Jakes is doing that shit right now against bloggers. He has his people, honey, combing the YouTube streets and any other social media streets, and they are yanking videos down, I've been seeing, of people reporting things that are not factuals when it comes to him, because they are trying to protect his image as well. He is he is a pastor of a huge church. He has a huge following. He has other things that's connected to that. So they're fighting tooth and nail to keep him and that whole Diddy situation separated. So anytime somebody talk about that shit, they like, let's yank that shit down. So they are yanking videos down. And Tasha, you just have to be a little bit more careful whenever you put things out about these celebrities so that you don't find yourself in situations like this of defamation of character lawsuits, because it can be very costly. And you can find yourself in situations as such in terms of having to file for bankruptcy and having to fight and move money to offshore accounts and go over there, living over there in Africa, child, with Nettie and Celie and them over there, child. Me and you must never part, my key, on that bullshit. All right. Thank you for coming on Fact Up. All right. You say what you want to say about Tasha K. She be having the tea. She's crazy as hell. She's very raw. She don't give no damns about who she drag. And that's, hey, it's a dog eat world out here, child. Dog eat dog world in these damn YouTube streets. It is what it is. You got to have tough skin. You can't be, getting upset over crazy shit. You just can't. You just got to have tough skin and get through that shit and keep it moving. Live to fight another day, honey. That's how you do. And shit don't bother me. Yeah, people be coming for my ass. Do I give a fuck? Hell, fuck no. I come on here and do my damn videos, get off, and go live my real life. That's all you got to do. All right, but let's continue, child. That's how you got to do out here. You be out here crying over no bullshit. Ain't no crying over here. All right, Tasha, you stop that crying too, girl. Get the tough skin, honey. She gonna keep coming for your ass till she get that 3.4 in her account. All right, so if you ain't got it, then you better get it. That's what she's saying. They about to garnish them damn wages, and when they get to doing that shit, they don't stop garnishing until every penny that was promised to her is paid. Period. Bam. All right, let's continue. For those of you that live in the LA or California area, let's get into this because you may be experiencing this, so we want to talk about it. All right. This child is saying, run for your lives, girl. Says the LA residents abandoned cars to flee wildfire on foot. My God, there's some type of wildfire going on out there in LA. I got some people out there in LA. All right, one of my homies stay out there. A few of my homies. I got a few homies out there. All right, one of my best friends live out there. And one of my homies, all right, one of my YouTube homies stay out there as well. Y'all may already know. I don't want to put their business out there. Let me stop, y'all. Doxing nobody and shit. All right, so let's go ahead and play this video.
We headed down PCH, and they're closing off a lot of the streets there. So heading west on PCH, you won't be able to do it past Temescal Canyon where we were.
You can tell by the traffic, the evacuating is really
y'all here?
Very difficult. And 3 miles up the hill, they didn't know if they get stuck in traffic or not. So here we are separated, but we're in communication by phone. Thanks.
All right. So as you can see, the situation, it's very windy. So I'm glad we're okay. Let's get out of the way there. Yeah, it's just so windy. There's ash blowing in your eye. There's horns honking. There's people walking down the street. I've seen people walking down the street with suitcases. You pretty much just grabbed what you could and left.
That's it. I couldn't even grab anything. I left. And you know, I lived in Malibu before.
Wow, look at that,
Lived
y'all.
in the Palisades. I mean, every season we have the same problem. We have fires. We still live here.
Yikes. So as you guys can see, they have this huge wildfire situation out in LA, honey. I hope you guys, anyone that live in that area, if they're asking you guys to evacuate, if you can, because not everybody can evacuate when they ask you to, but if you can evacuate for safety's sake, get the hell out of there. Because baby, you don't want to get stuck with shit all around you burning and then you can't leave. Like, that's going to be a catastrophe. So all right, it says screaming LA residents left their cars behind to flee a fast-moving wildfire as it closed in on a picturesque celebrity enclave. Eyewitness said, describing scenes straight out of a Hollywood disaster movie. Now it says that a windstorm whipped a seemingly typical brush fire into a raging inferno within a matter of hours on Tuesday, sending a blaze racing towards the Pacific Palisades area. Now, it said that 30,000 people were ordered to evacuate as the conflagration surrounded the neighborhood in the west of the city, child, imploding rapidly from 10 acres to several thousand in size. Damn, that's huge. Now, it says that bordering Malibu, Pacific Palisades is a haven of hillside street and winding roads nestling against a Santa Monica mountains and extending down the beaches along the Pacific Ocean. Look at that. Here's some pictures we'll look at here where they're trying to put the blaze out, child. It's just like all over the place. And then with that wind, the high winds, it's just steady pushing those blazes like that out there, honey, just steady burning up the stuff, Lord. And these people got these $1 million homes. Beautiful area, beautiful area. Damn, I got a friend that live out in Torrance. I hope that ain't close to that. Torrance, California. I got a friend that live in Long Beach, California. So I hope they ain't nowhere near all that shit, because that could be scary, child. It says, but the Pacific Highway, the main route in or out, quickly became gridlocked, leading many motorists to ditch their vehicles near Sunset Boulevard as the flames drew nearer. So damn, your car, well, hopefully you got insurance. So if that shit happens, then you just get a new car. Says, but one resident, Marsha Howard, said that firefighters told people to get out of their cars as the blaze fanned by gusts, sometimes topping 100 miles per hour in the mountains and foothills approach. It says that the fire was right up against the cars, you guys. Oh, Lord, that's scary. It says that another Pacific Palisades resident told ABC News that she rushed home from her job in Hollywood once she heard about the evacuations. It says that after abandoning her car, she went home to grab her cat while running to safety. Flaming pieces of palm tree fell on her as she tried to escape. My God. Says that I'm getting hit with palm tree leaves on fire. I'm sorry, y'all. Says that I ran into a car. Says the woman, says that who did not give her name. Okay, says it's terrifying. Says it's like a horror movie. I'm screaming and crying going down the street. Look at that, y'all. That is like living in hell right there. My God. Do I have any of my people watching me right now that's experiencing any of this? Do you guys anybody live close to this? Anybody live close to this area? Child, this is scary, right? Says that some evacuees described seeing homes burn as they fled. It says that Hollywood actor James Wood among celebrities forced to flee their properties. Actor Steve Guttenberg, also a Pacific Palisades resident, urged people who abandoned their cars to leave their keys inside so the vehicles could be moved to make way for fire trucks. What? I'm about to leave my damn keys behind for y'all niggas to drive off my damn car. All right, so that this is not a parking lot. Says that I have friends up there and they can't evacuate. So the bulldozers later cleared abandoned vehicles to open the route for emergency vehicles. Wow, look at there. It's a hot mess out there. Damn. So several celebrities, child, was out there. Everybody's evacuating, trying to get the hell out of there. It's a mess. So yeah, that's how much is being burnt at this time. That's a lot. That is a lot. So anybody living in that area, anyone living in that area, let me get one more video in before we go to see what's going on here.
There it is. Looks like not a super scooper, a scooper. So going in heavy machinery to move some stuff around. And here it comes. Sorry, it's getting a little bit harder to talk. We'll let this pass. There with LA County Fire Department. They're heading down Sunset.
Ooh, Lord, that is a mess, Lord. So prayers to any of my LA subscribers. If you live in that area, you guys definitely be careful and evacuate if you can. Like I said, I know a lot of people cannot evacuate due to maybe financial situations or whatever. Shout out to the BBC News for this particular outlet, okay? Child. That is so fucking scary. All that fire, my God. And then to have to sit back and watching your stuff, everything that you work hard for, just burning, and you can't do anything about it. That's why you got to have great insurance, honey, just in case things happen. And, you really don't have time to grab like very personal things. You just got to sit there and watch the shit burn up. That would be heartbreaking. But prayers to anyone that's in that area where you're having to evacuate and all of your things are being burned. Definitely, if you can get animals out of there, like the lady left from work to go get her damn cat out of there, child. Child, white people love their animals. I love my animals too. But if it come down to my life, and I don't know, I ain't even gonna say I don't know. I mean, if it come down to, I guess, me, my child, my husband, I mean, people get out first. If you can grab your animals, yes. Of course, you want to get your animals out, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I'm gonna get off that. I don't know. Anyway, prayers. That's all I'm saying. Let's get into some updates. That's so sad. So we talked about Twitch boss yesterday. All right. We talked about him yesterday. I kept saying I feel like his ex-wife is something else, child. There are more people coming out to speak out about her, coming out and revealing that she found drugs in the closet when she was trying to find his funeral outfit and all this other shit that was going on. And he had a lot of secrets that she found out after he passed. I feel like that shit she never should have talked about. We talked about it yesterday in our pop-in video. And now his wife is now seeing all of the reactions online. She has come back to speak. Let me go ahead and start sharing. She has come back to speak up about it. And some of his friends have also come forward to speak about it as well on his behalf, because of course he's not here to do that. Now, said that Stephen Twitch Boss's widow, Allison Holker, reacts to claims that she is disgracing his name. I feel like you are, sis. I'm sorry. You ain't letting them kids go see their grandparents, their cousins, their aunties and uncles, bitch. Yes, you are. You're disgracing the family. You're disgracing him. You're disgracing his legacy and everything about this situation. And I keep saying it. You are not one of my favorites on the list anymore. I don't give a hot damn about how good you look dancing in your damn videos. Fuck that. I don't like the way you're tarnishing this man's name and how quickly you moved on to another little snow bunny that you're dating over there and got them damn kids around this man that you still learning and they can't even see grandma. Let's get into this bullshit because I'm mad now. So this is what she had to say. Said that this whole thing made me sad. He's gone. Why tear apart his name? All right, well, she didn't say this, but this is what people are saying. Says that I was fully supportive about you moving in and being happy. She meant to say moving on and being happy, but this paycheck was not worth disgracing his name. What paycheck, child? Ooh, what money? All right, so she corrected by saying on. So then Allison, which is Twitch's wife, came back and responded to the lady who just that I just read. Says, I'll always love you, just trying to help people feel safe to ask for help and support. What? So it said that Stephen Twitch boss widow Allison Holker is addressing accusations that she's tarnishing his name. Says that she revealed in an interview with People magazine released on January 7th, which was yesterday, that she was that yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. That was yesterday. That she is writing a memoir, which includes journal entries from Twitch, who passed away of suicide 2 years ago. Now, why are you using his journal entries in your book? I don't like that. Journal entries are very personal entries that you write in terms of what you're feeling, what you're going through, your personal feelings and or emotions. That's why they call it a journal. You don't share those things with anyone. If he was alive, I don't think he would want his journal shared with the entire world. Once again, she's out of line. Once again, if he was alive, I don't feel that he would want his personal journal where he documented his personal feelings, thoughts, emotions, etc., put out there for the entire world to be able to read and or see. Now, it says also in her interview that Allison Holker revealed that she found the Drugianas, honey, in Twitch's things ahead of his funeral. Of course, you guys know I told you guys that the family came out to say they had to sign NDAs to even attend his funeral, which is some crazy shit. Now, it says in the comment section, one of the people's Instagram posts featuring her interview, a family friend asked her, why tear his name apart? Says, I was fully supportive of you moving on and being happy, but his paycheck was not worth disgracing his name. Allison, of course, like I just read to you guys, she replied by saying that I'll always love you, just trying to help people feel safe to ask for help and support. That's not your, you just said in your interview when you was talking to People Magazine, it's really not up to me to do that. So it's up to you to go through this man's journal and put it into a memoir for everyone to read. That is not enough for you that whatever he left behind, obviously because you're his wife, you receive those things, but his children who may be also hurting because they can't see and or be around their immediate family, which is his family, you're not even giving a fuck about that. But what you do care more about is exposing this man who you called husband for the few years that you were married. And I said the same thing last night. I really feel like and or think that you are bitter at the fact that this man unalived himself and that cut you out of probably a huge settlement that you would have gotten from a life insurance policy, which I'm pretty sure you had on him. I'm pretty sure she had a life insurance policy on him. But of course, you know the way insurance works. If you unalive yourself, you're not privy to said money. I think she's bitter behind that. I think she's mad as fuck because she felt like, oh my God, I'm about to come into this huge bit of money, and now you're having to sell things in order to survive, including your dream home that the two of you purchased before his death. And now you're out here scraping and scrapping, trying to figure out how you gonna make a money here, and there. All money ain't good money, bitch. Like, stop it. Your children got to see this. And any personal information or embarrassing information you put out about their father, that could be a boomerang effect on your ass, because your kids gonna probably hate your ass because they already probably mad because they can't see their family. So you're already doing that. And then to disgrace their father by putting his personal journal entries into a memoir, your kids gonna hate your ass. And the fact that you done brought another man around them and they can't be around their family, you're forcing them to be with a stranger. And I'm gonna say stranger because you just met this man in November of 2023. You don't fucking know him. So all of a sudden now he going to Disneyland and every other damn land with your kids. Oh, I wasn't even ready to start all that yelling. I already knew I was going to get mad and start yelling. I already knew it. All right, so let's move to the next tab because that is in conjunction to this particular topic as well. This bitch is psycho. And she is. She really is. I hope you see my video too, bitch, because you are psycho. All right, let's get into this next one. Cha. Oh, she is balling my... Oh, cha. She is balling me. All right, so Stephen Twitch Boss's longtime friend Courtney Ann Platt slams wife Allison Holker for using her husband's personal journal and entries in the memoir. All right, did I pull this twice? Am I gonna be hollering twice? Okay, shit. Okay, yeah, no, because this is something I want to. All right, so she says, I was there the moment that you both connected. So this is what Stephen Twitch Boss's friend, longtime friend Courtney Ann had to say to his wife Allison. Bitch, are you reading this? So let's listen. She says, I was there the moment you both connected, and I was there the day that you got engaged. I stood by your side on your wedding day, and I was in your home the day he passed away. She said that I was by your side because your husband was my family. She says it didn't matter how often we spoke, how often we saw each other. Says that we both were bonded. She says that this was by far the most tacky, classic, opportunistic, damn, act. Get out of here, Tasha and Wanda. Get out of my damn office. Opportunistic act that I have ever seen in my entire life. Says that we all had to sign some weird NDA to attend his funeral. Even his own mother, who you treated like garbage this entire time. And let's just remember that you wouldn't have even had a husband if it wasn't for her. You better say that shit again, okay? Not to share anything or ruin his name as if that was on anyone's mind in the first place. And here you go and write a book with all the dirty laundry smearing his name and attempting to dim the bright, loyal, loving light that was your husband, my friend. You better tell her ass. Oh, child. Says that whether any of it is true or not is actually beside the point. Says that this is how you protect the boss name. So you quickly dropped on your social media platform 48 hours after he passed his legacy. Says that this is how you protect his children from any further humiliation, hurt, and despair. Says that this is what you want them to remember about him. Says that you have moved on and you're living your life. Says that you're on every carpet that you can get on and every celebrity road that you can sit in, every magazine that you can be in, and you needed to do this? Call her ass out. Oh, Lord, this is, ooh. Says that get a journal, get a fucking therapist, get a friend, but publishing a book, shamelessly sharing the pages of your husband's journal? People magazine says, what a freaking joke. Says that yes, he took his own life, which is a fact all of us still can't fathom. And he was clearly having mental health issues, hurting so deeply. And this is your example of empathy? See, this right here, let me finish reading, then we're going to talk about it. Says that of your love, this smear campaign for a book, for a book rather, is absolutely not what he would have ever wanted. Says that no matter how bad he was hurting, not for a second, child. Says that you're a living, breathing bulldozer. Oh, Jesus. That hit. Says that stick to your own demons. I knew they was in there. Oh, she called it. Stick to your own demons. We knew some demons was up in there. Says that shame on you, Allison. Shame on your money-hungry team, girl. Let my friend rest in peace. Not your PR. Child, baby, that's a read for the Lord right there. You hear me? That is a read for your ass. That's what you needed to hear. She called and says that, child, you are a breathing bulldozer. Stick to your own damn demons. Said that the wife, Allison, treated the mama. Let's go back to that. Treated the mama like shit. Yes, you did. That's what the friend has to say. Said that you treated his own mother like garbage the entire time. And let's just remember that you wouldn't have even had a husband if it wasn't for her. You better say that shit. Didn't I tell y'all she was being evil? I said it last night. That man was going through some mental issues, probably some depression from her evil ass. It's her. She the problem. She was probably the reason why this man did not want to be on earth no more, to be away from his family, his children, and everything that he worked so hard for. She was the cancer in his fucking life. And I called it last night. Didn't I say that her ass was the reason? And it is no haphazard event that your ass is now going to be talking about he was on drugs. Now you using personal journal entries to profit from your husband, bitch. Girl, bye. That's some, I have no words. I have no words. Oh, let's read some comments. The Lil Mo show child, which y'all know is Lil Mo, the singer, says, baby, she ate, and absolutely did. She ate and licked a freaking plate, okay? Another person said that bravo to Courtney, says that this is what sleeping with the enemy looks like. Oh, girl, you better say it. And baby, that's the enemy. Do you hear me? That's the enemy. She don't give a fuck about nothing but money, fame, and notoriety. That's all. And I feel like she used him for fame. I feel like that. She married him and used him for fame, treated his family like shit, and still doing it after he's gone. And he couldn't bear to see that shit no more. It says here that he was dealing with mental health issues. Okay? He's dealing with mental health issues, and he was hurting so deeply prior to his death. Okay? I'm going to throw depression in there because if you're hurting so deeply like that, depression definitely has to be in there somewhere. She didn't give a fuck about that. And I feel like she knew I feel like she might have known what was going to happen that day and didn't give a fuck because she said, hey, go ahead and do what you're going to do. He probably said, I don't want to be here no more. She probably said, I don't give a fuck. I already got a life insurance policy on your ass. And you got evil bitches like that out there that do that. And I don't like to call people that unless they deserve it. But baby, you are evil bitch. You are. You are a breathing bulldozer, like she said, honey. Just knocking every fucking thing down that this man is gone. And you did not have to do that shit. Shame on you. Rest in peace to him, and condolences and prayers to his family, especially his mother, who you continue to treat like that. Suppose somebody treated your damn mother that way. Child says the use of personal journal entries is disgusting and is. It is. That's blood money, baby. That's what they call blood money. That's blood money. Let's get off this because this shit making me mad. I ain't even want to even start all that hollering. It's too damn early for that. I want to say that to the end because I got somebody else I need to holler at. All right, so let's continue, honey. Chloe Bailey, singer Chloe Bailey, Halle Bailey's sister, is getting called out, honey, for stealing music and not giving credit to songwriters. Let's get into it. All right. Singer-songwriter Tiffany Red, who also spoke up for Cassie, who was seen in a video, remember, on CNN where Diddy was abusing her on said video, all right, kicking, hitting, etc. So Tiffany Red spoke out for Cassie, and now she's speaking out against and blasting Chloe Bailey for releasing records without writers' knowledge and or consent, and not even paying songwriters for said music. Okay, I would sue the fuck out of her too. I sure the fuck would. I would sue her ass. I don't give a damn how good you sing. It's given that you're taking a page out of your girl's book, and don't none of the beehives come for me because it's been rumors for years that Beyonce was doing the same thing, not giving songwriters credit for songs that she have made famous through her voice, through her performances. Okay, it said and allegedly, in case Jay-Z want to bring his ass over here. Nah. Don't get them dreadlocks snatched, baby. Fuck about how much money you got. I'm just saying what was heard and alleged. Okay. It was alleged that Beyonce was not giving credit for songs that she made famous. And of course, you guys know Chloe Bailey was signed and or is working under Beyonce and her label as well. So maybe she took a page out of her book. Okay. She's been groomed by Beyonce. She's been seeing some things. Maybe she's doing the same shit. I don't know. But let's get into what Tiffany Red had to say, because, baby, she is telling the things about Chloe Bailey. Let's go.
They did not know that Bongo took this song. Bongo's the producer. Took these songs and cut them on Chloe until the album came out.
Ciao.
And let me tell you why my smoke is not just with Bongo. Because it is not just Bongo's responsibility to do business right. Parkwood and Columbia decided to purchase songs, right? Purchase songs, distribute them, put them out, mix them, master them, all kind of shit. Come up with fucking marketing plans, do all kind of stuff for these songs, but not handle the business with the writer of the song. They did not know that Bongo not inquire, hey, Bongo, these songs are dope. Who wrote them? Put us in contact with every copyright owner of this song so that business can be handled correctly. It's everybody's fault. There was somebody in my comments earlier who I just had to block because it was getting on my fucking nerves. They're like, it's not Chloe's fault. Her manager probably. Attention, artists. It's always your fault because you're the fucking boss, babe. Not inquire, hey, Bongo. I just got off of the call with Forrest, with his lawyer, and with Chloe's lawyer, Jeremy Moore. Now, I don't know that Jeremy Moore knew that I was on that conference call, but I was on that conference call listening to how he represents his client. So for all of you that are like, leave Chloe alone. I want you to know that Chloe has a dog of a lawyer representing her. So I don't feel bad for you, Chloe. He works for you, and I know that you are paying the tab for your lawyer to get on that fucking phone and treat the writer and his lawyer the way that he just treated them. First of all, that man said to Forrest that he didn't need his consent to release his records. Oh, this sounds like just a publishing dispute. I just got off of a call. First of all, let's get into the tea. I'm going to show y'all a picture of Chloe and Forrest in a second, because actually she fucking knows him. She's known him since 2020. I've seen the text chain to prove it. I have a photo of her and him in my phone. So it's giving, oh, she didn't know. Get the fuck out of here. 1, 2, Bongo and Forrest did a pack of records together. 19 songs was the pack. It was 19 songs. 2 out of those 3 songs, Forrest wrote by himself for another artist. Heard the demo. By the way, she fucking killed that shit. Okay. They decided, Forrest found out that Bongo had played some of the songs for Chloe. First of all, let's get into the tea. I'm going to show y'all a picture. All right, cool. Let me know what records she liked. They never let him know what records they liked. Ever. Never, never, never. I got the paper trail to prove it. I got it. I seen it. It's there. They're going. Yo, what's up? 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 Since August, this record has been out. So since far before August, this back and forth has been going on all last year. That's why I'm coming in so fucking hot. That motherfucker Jeremy Moore just got me so fucking pissed, bro. It's giving, well, then see you in court. Since you said that you don't need our consent to release what's ours, see you in court. And this is the shit that got me, oh my God, this shit can make me fucking cry. This is why I go so fucking hard. Because the people in the fucking shadows, this is who they really are. All right, cool. You are not Beyonce. And that's what I said to her friend. And that's what I'm gonna fucking say to you on this internet. You are not Beyonce, Chloe Bailey. And your fucking lawyer is moving like you are the opportunity of Beyonce as an artist, and you are not. We are not making any fucking money off of publishing, off of an album cut on you. We are not. I don't give a fuck what kind of energy you have. The only energy you need is to be having energy of a pen in your hand signing a motherfucking check. Ooh, I'm fucking pissed. Y'all lost y'all motherfucking mind, Jeremy Moore. Ooh. You are.
Well, there you go. So basically, Chloe Bailey is out here snatching songs and not paying for them. That's copyright infringement and theft and a whole bunch of things. But if you know how to do your business right, you got to get your money up front. I don't play that shit. Any song I write, bitch, before I walk out the studio, you going to grease my palm. I don't play that shit. I'm real about mine. I write music too. And those of you that follow me, you know this. I don't leave without my money. If it's understood, if you like something I wrote, you better grease my palm. Okay, I ain't got to lie about it. Ain't got to lie about it. Take my contract right here. Boom. Okay? Yeah, we don't play that. We don't play that. Songs that we wrote. Grease my palm. First, if you like it, I'll play it for you. I'll even sing it for you. You can listen to the demo. If you like my shit, we'll come to an agreement on what's going to be paid to me, which is the owner of the song. And it's understood. And we're going to sign off on that shit as well. That you got to handle your business first. When you don't handle your business first and you try to be nice to people because of who they are and their celebrity, fuck that. You don't, celebrity in business and friendship, there's no friendship in business. And that's how I look at it. We can be the coolest people that we can be. We can hang out and kiki and ha ha ha. But when it comes to business, I handle it as such. And that's what looks like happened in this situation. Where somebody's like, oh, she's Chloe, she's going to give me the money. No, fuck, no. You get your shit up front. And Chloe, if you're doing that shit, that's very fucked up of you. And I still like you as an artist because you're very, very talented. You are. But if somebody's writing you songs to make you famous and to give you #1 charting songs on the charts, baby, you got to pay them. You got to pay them. Handle your business. I blame the person, the songwriter as well, because you didn't handle your business correctly, sir. You just didn't. I'm sorry. You got to handle your shit. I don't give nobody nothing without giving me my money first, because they could or they could not. Then you got to spend more money to go to court, hire a lawyer, suing for this, and that takes time. Meanwhile, you still out of your money. Get your shit first. That's in any situation, whether songwriting, if you got a bakery business, you don't tell somebody, okay, you can take the cake and you can pay me later. No, get your shit first. That's business. You don't go into Walmart and get a whole bunch of shit in your buggy and walk out and say, I'm gonna pay y'all next week for all this shit in the buggy. Your ass begin fucking jail. And that's all, period. Pay people that you owe. I cannot stand people that do that. Pay people that you owe. That's business. That's dirty business when you don't pay people. I don't fool with people that don't pay me. If you got excuses and we talking business, I don't fool with you. Because that let me know you're not ready. I don't fool with people with excuses. If you got your money ready and you ready to move forward to the next level, you like my shit, good. But if you, I got this going on. Conversation in right there. We not talking. I'm not fooling with you, because that let me know you're going to play with me and my money, and that's going to make me mad, and then we're going to have a problem. So, I get what she's saying here. She's a singer-songwriter as well, so she get it. That's why she's so passionate and she's so mad about this situation. It doesn't have anything to do with her, but she's passionate about the fact that that's her friend who got duped by Chloe Bailey in this situation of them not paying and then trying to use their attorneys to try to flex on somebody to make them kind of stand down and not, put them out there for people to know what she's actually doing, or air her out, so to speak. So shout out to Tiffany Red, because baby, she is always busting people out and airing them out, baby, like a full-fledged fitted sheet out this bitch, honey, on a clothesline. She will air your ass out. But let's move on. Somebody else who stay talking too damn much and get on my nerves. That's for anybody. If you got a business, handle it as such. Do not mix business with pleasure or friendship. Get your money up front, because that's why you got into the business anyway, to make money. You can't make money on promises. You can't do that. No. Pay me. And if you want to give somebody a little discount, that's fine. But get your money up front. All right, so let's continue. Mama D versus Bambi, child. Mama D versus Bambi. Somebody said this is horrible. I hope that they get their money. Yeah, eventually they will. I mean, you got to go through courts, and that takes time. That's more money you got to spend. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. Handle your business up front. Do what you got to do first. Paperwork, sign off on that shit, and do what you got to do. I mean, nothing is free. Nothing is free. It boils me why people feel like things are so free. Nothing is free, honey, but salvation. That's the only thing I hear is free. That's the only thing that I'm saying again. Nothing in this world is free but salvation. I'm just saying, child. All right, so Mama D confirms that Bambi was not lying about Scrappy missing his rent payments. Now, you know what? This situation right here makes me want to reach through my computer screen right here and slap the hell out of Mama D. And I ain't even on the violence shit right now. But I'm just saying, you drug Bambi for filth when she came out to talk about your son, Scrappy, little Scrappy with his broke ass, not handling his business and having Bambi and her children out on the streets looking for another place to stay because this nigga did not pay his part of the rent. And I keep saying, I don't know nobody that's married that's saying you got to pay your half of the rent and I got to pay mine. Bitch, no, you got a husband now. It's time to step up. Scrappy, you should have been paying the rent. Again, don't know why you're renting. If you've been on Love and Hip Hop for so long, you should have had a mortgage by now. I don't know what y'all doing with your money. You out here buying labels and you ain't got nowhere to stay. That's beyond me. I don't understand why people be trying to keep up with the Joneses. You want to, Bambi, you riding around in a G-Wagon and you renting. That's some backward shit. That's like having a Lambo and pulling up to your mama house to stay in her basement, putting your name on the orange juice saying, don't nobody drink my shit. Babe, listen, that's some backwards bull-ish. But let's get into what Mama D had to say, because now she's retracting her statement about Bambi after you drugged her, cussed her out, tried to run up on her and fight her for exposing your son for being the fuck nigga that he is. You raised him. You the one had holes in his bed. He said it. I ain't say it. Scrappy said he grew up with the women of the night in his bed, and you had to go in and change the sheet so he can go to bed at night. Let's continue.
He wasn't lying. I don't like certain people, but I don't hate them. I think they have a right to their discrepancies and whatever. I wish I had been notified 2 years ago of my son's shortcomings. I had to find out that Bambi wasn't lying. She wasn't lying, y'all.
Girl.
She wasn't lying on that issue. That. He was so late. And then they would have to pay $400 late fee on rent. It's okay. She wasn't lying. I don't like her, but she wasn't lying. Like, I'm not going to do that. I don't know what you want from Mama D, but I'm not a liar. Even if I'm wrong, I'll tell you. Bambi wasn't lying. I don't like certain people.
Mama D, my sign said GTFOH. Get the out of here. You know your son is sorry. You know your son don't pay his damn bills. You know your son because you raised him. He's done this to several women. Let's not forget how he did Shay, who went out here and rented him a place to stay while they were on Love and Hip Hop so the nigga would have somewhere to film, and he duped her. Let's not forget that. So you know very well who your son is. But you're so busy in protective mode till you won't trying to hear what Bambi said because you were mad at Bambi. You were angry at Bambi, and the fact that she was exposing your son to be a sorry-ass ninja. He is indeed that. He is a sorry-ass ninja. You knew the nigga was not paying his bills. You knew that. He tell you everything he doing. You all in his damn business anyway. So it does not shock me that you can sit up here and say, oh, I didn't know that. I was not aware that he was not paying his rent. And I was not aware. Girl, you were very much so aware. You was aware that Bambi had to move out with her children. Did you ask her why she had to move? Because your stupid ass son didn't pay his rent and took his part of the rent and went and got him a place to stay. And didn't give a fuck about Bambi and them kids, but then want to hop on social media and say he's a great dad. That's not a great dad. That's a fuck nigga. We talk about them all the time over here. Yeah, he kept his part of the rent because he was mad at Bambi. They were going back and forth. And instead of him paying his rent, he took his part of the rent, moved out, let Bambi pack up that entire house up and downstairs by herself with those children. She had to find a place for she and those children to stay. He moved out and got him another rental house with the money he was supposed to pay at the house he was staying at with Bambi and those children, and didn't give a damn about it, furnished it, and did a video and posted it on social media where he had a new bed, new furniture. He spent his Love and Hip Hop checks on himself and left Bambi to fend for herself. But then Mama D, you knew about this shit. You did a whole video where you cussed Bambi, several videos where you cussed Bambi out, was airing her out and talking shit about her because she aired out your son to talk about how much of a sorry ass nigga he was to leave her and those children behind. So now you sit your ass up here on this throne seat to come back talking about, well, you know, Bambi wasn't lying when she said what she said about my son. I just didn't know. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. You knew. You know your son is sorry. He jumped from woman to woman to woman. He used women. Scrappy used women. He stayed with Shay. Like I was saying about Shay, Shay rented him an apartment. Shay was renting him a car for the show so that this nigga could look like somebody on the show. Scrappy didn't have shit. He didn't have a place to stay. He didn't have nothing after Erica Dixon put him out. So he used Shay to act like he was so in love with her. She done damn ruined her credit because the nigga won't paying the bills on time over there either. On the apartment that she paid for him to have the Love and Marriage Huntsville, no, not Love and Marriage Huntsville, but Love and Hip Hop cameras come over there and film his ass laid back like he was the shit in Shay's apartment. And the cars he was pulling up in, Shay was spending money for his ass to have a car to drive on the show so that people wouldn't be calling him a bum-ass ninja once again. Yeah, I just put your business out there. I did. I did. Do I feel sorry? I do not. Because it's time for you to step up finally and stop being a fucking mama's boy. Mama D, you raised him to be a mama's boy. And now he rely on women. Every woman he get with, he look for them to give them what you used to give them. Him, rather. He's looking for Mama D in every woman that he meets. And you ain't going to find it. You did it with Diamond. You did it with Shay. You skipped on from Shay to Bambi. You did it to Erica Dixon. Then you stopped fooling with Erica when you saw you couldn't use her. Then you tried to go back to Bambi, and Bambi was sick of your shit, and she moved on to somebody else. So now all of a sudden, Mama D see the light. Now that Bambi done left her son alone, and then he done went out here and made a threesome baby with a bitch he didn't want from the start. Child. Y'all, girl, get on my screen. And wave you away too, honey, because you're doing the absolute most too. All right, so let's get on to this update. You guys remember I played you guys a video of a woman who went batshit crazy where these guys were trying to deliver a refrigerator from Lowe's to her home. You guys remember the story. I'm going to play a snippet of the video again. We do have an update on that, so I have to spin the block on that so that we can see what's up with that. Now, I'm going to play a few seconds of the video to refresh your memory, and then we're going to talk about the update. All right, so for those of you that's watching for the very first time, these two delivery guys that work for Lowe's was delivering a refrigerator to this woman's home. The refrigerator did not fit in the space that it was supposed to fit in because it was too large. All right, so she was upgrading her fridge. The new one that she was purchasing and they were delivering did not fit. She goes batshit crazy. She then tries to lock the delivery guy in her home and tell him that he is not leaving until he figure out how to put this new refrigerator into her home, because he's telling her, I have to take it back to the store, and then you work out through the store how you guys are going to figure this out. Maybe get your money back, maybe choose another refrigerator, because this one that you chose will not work within the space that you're trying to put it in. So she tried to keep him in her home against his will, which that's a crime. Okay. That's called kidnapping. And then he ran to another door and unlocked it very quickly to go outside to continue his job of putting the refrigerator on so that he could leave. She was then sitting on his truck, permitting him from leaving. That's kidnapping again. Okay. Holding people against their will. That's a crime. Then she climbed into his truck and was sitting in the driver's seat, refusing to come down. When he asked her to get out of his truck, she gave him the middle fingers. They have all of this on video, thank God, because she was lying and saying she was calling the police to tell him that he assaulted her and was doing all these things to her when she was the aggressor. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? She is batshit crazy, y'all. So then once she reached over and grabbed his backpack, put his backpack on, wouldn't take it off. He was trying to get his backpack off of her. The guy who was also in the house was also trying to help get his backpack. Then she was screaming, help, help, like somebody bothered her when she was the aggressor. Her white neighbor came running out to try to see what was going on and was trying to help take the backpack away from her as well. She then bit the delivery guy in this whole exchange. I'm gonna play it for y'all. Y'all can be like, what the is going on here? She bit the delivery guy. All right, so that's a charge of assault. All right, and he might need to get some rabies shot because she was acting very rabid in that moment. But yeah, so let's get into that. Then we're gonna get into the update. Okay.
All the doors on there, it still won't fit. Your refrigerator measure at about 20.
Measure this refrigerator, please, while you, Mr. Handy Dandy tape measure man. Larry, will you bring me the tape measure from the other room?
So
no, I'm not.
You can get
your dispatch.
Okay. Listen.
Dispatch.
Okay, wait a minute.
Larry, bring me my phone because I need Lowe's on the phone right now.
All right. Okay. All right. Look, I'm just trying to give you an understanding.
No, you don't. Sweetie, I have a doctorate degree. There's nothing for you to understand. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and
leave. Get the fuck away from my door. Sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah.
No. Can you get your wife, sir?
That's not my husband.
Can you?
No.
We got another door, bro. She is crazy.
If you touch one goddamn thing in my fucking house.
Trying to leave. He ain't bothering nothing. He was trying to leave. She blocked him at the front door.
Yeah, that's what I be talking about, man.
They're filming it all. Thank God. Psycho. They're trying to leave to where she.
Hey, go ahead and load this thing back up, bro. We gone. It's over, bro. Pack it up. Ma'am, can you please get out of our truck? Please get out of our truck. You see what I'm talking about, JJ? Bro, they don't pay enough for this, dog.
She attacking him. She got his backpack on. She tripping, man.
He's just trying to get his backpack. He's not assaulting her.
It's the black woman. She said she got a doctorate degree. He's just trying to grab his bag. That's it.
He's trying to prevent him
This
from
shit
leaving.
is crazy.
Now she's holding on to him. She's biting him as well. She needs a facility. Now she's screaming like she's the victim when she's the aggressor. This is crazy, y'all.
Now she's screaming for help. She on some weird shit. Listen, man.
Bro,
We gotta go, man.
I can't get up. She got me.
Everybody just get up. Why you bleeding out the mouth?
Because he hit me in my face, and I'm pressing charges against you.
Ash,
Bro.
Help me!
Ash, let go of
No,
the bag.
you and you holding his bag.
Stop.
Oh, whoa.
Ashley,
I don't know. This man is.
We was trying to deliver her refrigerator.
Look, she kicking him.
Take my phone, bro.
Help me! Let me go.
I don't have you.
Yes, you do. Let go.
He's only holding his backpack. Let his backpack go.
Why is she bleeding?
Because he hit me in my face.
Whoa. You've been here, Larry.
yes.
What's happening?
Tell her, Larry.
What's up?
If you don't smack that dude in his face,
Man,
Okay,
so
you let go.
I'm
Let
right
him
now.
go.
I'm about to get it for
Ali
you.
went to measure the refrigerator.
Him in the
She
face.
got a 29-inch refrigerator.
We're not going to let him
And
have
she
that.
got
We're
29
not gonna let
inches
him have the
in her
bag.
in
my
each
bad.
doorway.
We're not gonna let him
Ali
have
got all
Okay, so I have to stop it here, guys, because she gets a little bit more violent, and I don't want YouTube to be concerned about, the video, because we can only show a certain amount of, All right, so let's get an update on what's going on. All right, now she's hollering, I'm pressing charges against you. Thankfully, these two young men continue to record from the time they went into the home to deliver this refrigerator and told her that it did not fit until the time that this moment here occurred. Okay, now let's move on to the next part. Shout out to 2190. All right, I actually sent a message to them too about this situation, because y'all know I've been covering it, child, and I've been trying to keep updated on what's going on. So as soon as I saw the update, I said, oh yeah, we got to update because we've been talking about it. All right, so I did message them, and they did say it was okay for me to use the footage, so we're going to use it. Let's get into it. All right, so pharmacist actually lose. Now she's a pharmacist, and remember, she tried to make him seem like he was this small when he says, I'm trying to explain to you what's going on. You don't need to explain anything to me. I have a doctorate. That's her trying to make him feel like he's this small. So it says here, pharmacist loses her job after attacking delivery driver. She also had charges pressed against her as well for attacking and or biting him. They said that she's biting, and says that Columbus, Georgia pharmacist was released from her position for attacking the appliance delivery driver / contractor. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look at the update here. She bit him, as you guys could see there. All right, she bit him. That's why her mouth was bleeding, because she was being so aggressive, and she bit him. He didn't do anything but hold on to his backpack. He didn't hit her. He didn't grab her. He only held on to his backpack. So, all right, so that's it. It showed there where they zoomed in where she bit him. So charges were pressed on her. She did lose her job as a pharmacist, in which she's been doing that for years. So she fucked up her entire career over a moment that was videotaped for millions of people to see. They got a bunch of views on this damn video. All right. Yeah. And the video has been shared, where everybody's been seeing this lady named Ashley. Her address was also posted. I don't agree that someone should post someone's name, address, and all that. That's their personal information for weird people to try to come to her home and do something. I don't agree with that. But I am happy that justice was served in this situation for this young man and the other man that was also there, who was, 1, held against their will, 2, they were assaulted, 3, they were threatened with charges on them when they were the ones being assaulted. So that's the update on that. She was fired from her position as a pharmacist, all right, a head pharmacist. She was like a manager, so she was like up there, and she was fired for that, and charges was pressed on her for assault. Okay, so that's the update on that. Child. That shit was crazy. You guys, if you guys want to watch the video in its entirety, let me go back and I'll post the actual link. Okay, if you guys want to watch, I can't show the entire thing here because YouTube may flag it because it starts to get a little more aggressive. All right, so if you want to go on Instagram, I'm gonna put it here, and then pull up. Hold on. I wrote it down. Okay, yeah. All right, so 21 _ 90 _ yeah. So that's how you can find it. Go on Instagram, go in your search engine and type in 21 _ 90, like the number 90, and then underscore again. All right, and it'll pull it up. It's on TikTok as well. You can pull it up on TikTok. It's all over the internet now. This video has become viral, where this lady has done this. And I'm happy, like I said, that they were videoing, because she could have said, hey, he hit me in my mouth, and called the police. And then because her mouth is bleeding, he could have been arrested. So thankfully they had video footage of this entire altercation and situation, and they were able to defend themselves in that way. So shout out to them. That's why, baby, listen, you get into an incident, it's good to go ahead and press record, just to, keep yourself in good standing, because the police, they're going to go with whoever they feel is the aggressor. And if they did not have a video for this, their asses would be locked up right now for her saying that she was assaulted by them, when she obviously, as you guys can see in this video, was the aggressor. All right, so whoever this Larry guy was in the video, shame on him. Well, not shame on him, but prayers to him if he got to deal with this bitch, because she is psycho. She probably treat him the same way, which is why he was acting so damn scared. Like, he didn't know what to do. I said, Lord, prayers to you, Larry, wherever you are, Larry, prayers to you. My God, she is psycho. So that's the update on that, okay? All right, so another update. We talked about yesterday a young woman who was shamed in the church for becoming pregnant before being married. There's an update on that, because a gentleman approached and had a verbal altercation with said pastor. Okay, they had some words. I got the video, honey. Shout out to 2190 for the video we just saw with the crazy woman, and shout out to Neighborhood Talk for this particular topic. Now it says that a man gets thrown out of church after trying to confront the pastor who made the young woman apologize for being pregnant in the church. Child said that we're going to protest to get this shut down. Absolutely. I didn't agree with that shit yesterday, and I don't agree with it today. You should not be shaming people because they make mistakes. Jesus, child, the Lord will forgive anyone if you just call upon his name. All right. I've been in church enough to know. All right. We all, honey, sin and come short of the glory of the Lord out here. So if you get out here sinning, honey, all you got to do is pray and ask the Lord to forgive you, and he will. I don't feel like you should be ostracized and put in the front of a whole congregation and have to do a whole speech on you got pregnant out here, and you were out here thought shopping and wop dropping out here on these damn streets and got pregnant, and you got to be up here embarrassed by your church members, and they standing up and applauding this bullshit. But let's get into this, child.
You the pastor that denied that lady her baby shower and embarrassed her up here?
I'm coming in this church. What you want?
I'm asking you a question.
Now, what you want?
I'm asking you, are you the pastor?
What do you want?
I'm asking you, are you the pastor are you the pastor that publicly shamed that young lady?
What do you want?
I'm asking you a question.
What do you want?
Are you the pastor who publicly shamed that lady?
What do you want?
You don't understand English?
What do you want?
Why did you I want to know why you publicly shamed that lady. Don't touch me now. That's assault. We gotta go. All right. He didn't ask me to leave. Don't touch me. He just did, but don't touch me. Because I touched back. He in my way.
Not touch back.
Say excuse me then.
Come on.
He's all right.
Y'all supposed to be of the Lord, though.
Do that. He's all right.
But y'all see it, y'all. This is a church. We'll be having a protest here. We'll be shutting this down. They up here pressing up on me, then touching all up on me.
You checking on us?
I ain't touching yet.
Not yet.
You the pastor that denied that lady her baby shower and embarrassed her up here. Y'all supposed to be of the Lord, though.
Do that. He's all right.
But y'all see it, y'all. This is a church. We'll be having a protest here. We'll be shutting this down. They up here pressing up on me, then touching all up on me.
You checking on us?
I ain't touching yet.
You ain't gonna touch us.
You ain't gonna touch me.
I don't want to touch you.
Oh, I know. Keep it that way.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, clap back.
Y'all being shamed across the whole country, and y'all church y'all supposed to be of the Lord, though.
Stay right in front.
All right, so this is what happened. This is why the young man came in to approach the pastor and air him out and let him know, yeah, I know you're not gonna touch me. You about to lay the pastor down in his own church, child, because of this video that went viral. Let's watch it.
In the congregation, yeah, right in front of you. Don't touch that table.
I want to apologize to everybody in here because I am pregnant.
Child.
I'm sorry, y'all. And I just hope that y'all all forgive me and while praying for me.
Hold up, Aunt Natty again. Aunt Natty done dropped some tea. Aunt Natty, girl, let me put your let me go back to my other screen, honey. Aunt Natty done put some tea up here. Lord, let's talk about it, Jesus. Aunt Natty said that the gag is that the pastor's daughter has 4 kids out of wedlock. Now, did she stand that bitch up there and have her do the same thing? Pastor done told old girl when she came in to tell the whole church that she pregnant. Don't touch the table now. I guess they about to have communion after she done went up there and told the entire world that she was pregnant out of wedlock. He gonna tell, don't touch the table. Just stand up there and embarrass yourself there now, okay? So, Aunt Natty, honey, Aunt Natty says the gag is that the pastor's daughter has 4 kids out of wedlock. See, this mess I be talking about. I would not be going to that church. I would not be going to that church, okay? Now, big up to the young man that went in there to approach the pastor to let him know that shit was wrong, all the way wrong for you to do that and embarrass that young woman like that because she already probably felt embarrassed by being that way, you know, being pregnant or whatever prior to being married. Or maybe she didn't. I don't feel like it's everybody's business what is going on with her fallopian tubes and her uterus. It's no one's fucking business. If she laid down, opened her legs, and got pregnant, that's between her, the person she laid with, and the Lord. We are not to judge, or you will be judged. That's how it goes. I don't give a damn what denomination it was. It's not their place to get in her fucking business. It gives cult-like behavior. I'm going to say it again. And if I talk about that shit tomorrow, I still feel the same. I feel like it gives cult-like behavior. And a lot of these damn pastors out here be out here doing the same mess, running and messing with men, sleeping with the women in the congregation. Jamal Bryant. I call names. I don't give a hot damn. Creating children in the congregation from women that they're sleeping with, having backdoor relationships, child emphasis on the back door with men in their church, and then get right up there and be musky and preaching to the congregation, knowing they was just up there tooted up last night. Tooted up, dropping booty brownies all over the place, but then want to get up there and be, and the Lord, on that. And everybody in the congregation up there, amening and amening. Don't know what he's saying, ain't verified not one scripture, just up there saying amen just because pastor said it, and be the main one on the BS. Shout out to the young man that went in there and approached. He told him, don't touch me, baby, because I touch back. I said, that's a word for you right there. That's a good word right there. Touch me if you want to, because I touch back. I will lay hands upon you. Ain't that what they say in church? Lay hands upon you. Not the way you want, but you're going to get the hands. Okay. Y'all, I am floored by this. It's amazing how people sit up under crazy things. It's like you don't have any type of anything about you to where you any type of spirituality where you kind of read the Bible for yourself and that you kind of like they say, know the fruit by your fruit. And I've been to church. Hell, I grew up Church of God in Christ, so I know about all that. My grandmother is a bishop, a pastor, like listen, I grew up in that my entire life, so I know how this works. It gives cult-like behavior. And it balls me when people don't read the Bible for themselves and they just get up there and believe everything somebody else say. Obviously, this behavior is not right. And I get it that different denominations have different rules and regulations in terms of how they choose to run things in their congregation. But that I don't feel is right. It should be strictly by the Bible. And it's given that people continue to make their own rules as they go in different churches and people get up under these pastors and they have these different followings and they do things. And whatever the pastor says and or does, they co-sign it no matter what, because of who the person is. And that lets me know you're not worshiping God, you're worshiping man. That's exactly what you're doing. You're worshiping man. This was definitely recent. Yes, definitely no. And I'm not trying to deter anyone from going to church. Church is great if you find the right one. But you have some churches out there that is really only about money, control, cults. You have cults out there that do really weird things. And if you're not equipped and or know, some of this stuff is common sense. You ain't got to really read the Bible to know if things are kind of not right when you kind of feel it. And you can feel it in your gut, like this don't feel right. But then you still stay there and sit up under that doctrine. And then the next thing you know, you are Stockholm syndrome into the bullshit. And then you can't figure out how to get out. And then they done took all your money. And then when your lights get cut off, they ain't helping you get your lights on because pastor got to pay his Bentley bill. Let's just be real, because that's what be going on. Pastor got to get a new suit. Pastor got to go on a lavish vacation. First lady got to get her nails, everything did. And you sitting over there in the dark, done caught the bus to come to church on some mess. You could have stayed home and watched that shit on the internet like me. See how much gas I save on Sunday? Bedside Baptist, honey. Been going to Bedside Baptist for years. My car is still on full. Still on full. Damn sure is. Y'all better wake up out here. You better wake up. It's some grimy pastors out here. Everybody's trying to be a pastor and or a preacher because it's a money grab. Churches don't have to pay taxes from what I'm hearing. That's a tax-free business. And they out here taking one person down at one person at a time, child. That was some cockamamie BS to have that girl stand up there and then gonna tell her, don't touch the table back there. How you gonna do communion behind that mess? The Lord is not pleased with that. All right, he's not. Was there more? Let me see. Oh, no. All right, so let's get up off that, child. Ugh. So that was the update on that because he got approached and they let his ass know, all right, touch me and I touch you back. All right. Yeah, honey. All right, so Charlemagne the God with his snitching ass, he is out here because he is very good friends with Wendy Williams. He is saying that Wendy Williams girl is okay to be back on radio again. And I was like, I don't know if you need to be telling that, Charlemagne, because y'all know Wendy Williams' husband, Kevin, is out here looking for a loophole in this damn divorce so that he can get a little bit more money up off her. So according to Charlemagne the God, he said that Wendy Williams called him over the holidays, honey, after a word of her being incapacitated, okay? She says that she seems perfectly fine to me. Wendy sounds like she could do radio tomorrow if she wanted to. See, that's the type of shit you don't need to put out when she has a whole guardian and it's already been said and medically diagnosed that she has all of these things going on. She does have dementia. How the fuck is she gonna get up there and do radio and she ain't gonna remember what the hell she was gonna say? At the end of the day, and I'm not trying to read Wendy because I love me some Wendy, but her husband is after her, trying to find a loophole in their divorce in terms of saying she was hiding money and that she was doing this, and this. And he's saying that she's pretending to be crazy and got all this other shit going on that she says is going on to avoid paying him. So it's Charlemagne, who is supposed to be a great friend to Wendy. You see all of this stuff going on in social media because you follow it, because that's your job to know what's going on in social media, the mess of the streets. And for you to hop your ass on a mic and to say that Wendy seems perfectly fine to you when you know she is not. Everybody everybody knows, and anybody knows if you've been around someone with dementia, they mind go in and out. 1 minute they're here, the next minute they don't know who the hell you are. My grandfather had dementia before he passed. And it was amazing to me. In 1 minute, you know who I am. He's saying, Rail, he's rubbing my face, he's talking to me. And the next minute, he looking at me like, who is this bitch and who let her in here? Who is this? Who you? Look at me right in my face. The same face that was standing in your face. You don't even know who the fuck I am right now because of dementia. That's how dementia works. I've seen it up close and personal. It was heartbreaking. She's not the same. Obviously, you can see that when she's out in public, she don't know. She riding around on her hover around, running over people's toes. Didn't even know she ran over their damn feet. When you felt this shit when your hover around did that, that means toes, bitch. Let me stop. When your hover around went up like that, that means some toes was under there. You done ran over some coins, and you still out here riding dirty and didn't even know it. She on this shit here. Broom, broom. Broom, broom. Just fucking up people's coins. Fucking them up. Fucking them up. Fucking them up. Fucking them up. All right, you out here you out here riding dirty, popping wheelies and everything. Didn't even know it. But let's get into Charlamagne. All right, I said, Charlamagne, if you don't shut your ass up out here telling Wendy's damn business, if you had a conversation with her, bitch, that's between you and her. Why are you spilling tea on Wendy? Why? Let's get into it.
I spoke to Wendy over the holidays.
You did?
Yeah.
What happened?
She seemed perfectly fine to me. Like Wendy sounded like she could do radio tomorrow if she wanted to.
He reached out to her. She reached out to you. How did that happen?
Me.
Oh, she called you.
Yeah, and I don't know what incapacitated means in regards to dementia or whatever it is they say she was dealing with, but no, there ain't nothing incapacitated about Wendy Williams.
How was her energy? How was
she sound like Wendy Williams? I'm trying to tell you, like there was she didn't skip a beat. She actually said to me when she called me, she was like, "Why are you answering the phone like we just spoke yesterday? We just talked last week." Like she wanted me to be more excited. That she called
like, stop acting like you ain't sit on my lap, nigga. What's up?
Exactly. No, that's exactly what it was. Really? To the point where they, you know, sometimes you be on, like I have the phone on like my shoulder. Yeah. I was washing my hands because I peed, and
we didn't have to hear that part. But
I'm just saying. And, then, and I guess the phone must have said record or something like that. So the phone says, and when I saw it, I stopped it. So it said
recording conversation.
Stopped.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Are you recording me?" And then she was like, "No, you wouldn't do that." Like, so it's like she's perfectly normal.
She said she wanted to come back to media. Did she say anything about that? Like she wished she could be giving us all the tea?
I don't want to say all of that.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, she could do radio tomorrow if she wanted to.
Oh,
I say that.
Right, cool. That's what's up.
Wait a minute.
She want to?
That's not.
That's it. We're gonna stop it. We don't need him no more. Charlamagne, that was effed up. Charlamagne been friends with Wendy for some years, like for years. Even when she was married to Kevin, they were friends. And I think he met Wendy through Kevin because Kevin and Charlamagne were friends prior. And I read up on this. And then he became very close friends with Wendy, and they kept a very close friendship after she and Kevin divorced. But I feel like you know the ins and outs of their relationship and what this man is trying to do to her. So for you to go on your platform and speak on a conversation you had with her and say that she called you, like you already know that's out of line. That should be a personal conversation. Whatever you and her talk about, whatever interaction you and her have, I feel like that should be private information. Like, no, that's not something that you do, especially with her being in the state of mind and in the state that she's in. She's very sick. She has a lot going on medically. And no, she is not at a place to where she can come back to radio. She's just not. It's just not feasible for her to try to come back to radio. Now, it was good while it lasted when she was on. Wendy was that girl. You cannot dispute that. Wendy was that girl. When you saw her come around that corner, how you doing? You already knew she was about to be on the mess. And I love every minute of it, okay? She didn't give a hot damn who she offended. She didn't care who she talked about. She had the tea, and she got all up in people's business like she was supposed to. That was her job, and she did it well. And we got to give her props for that. And I love me some damn Wendy Williams. And I will love her until the day she is no longer on this earth because she is a great radio personality. We'll call her that, honey, because she didn't give a hot damn. I loved her movie. I learned a lot about her when I watched her movie. For those of you that did not get to watch it, I think it was on Lifetime. Y'all go and watch the Wendy Williams movie, and it tells you a lot about how she became into radio, all the things she went through behind the scenes, how she felt like she was being body shamed, and how she was always insecure about herself as a woman and a young girl, which is why she got the surgeries and all the things that she got. I was like, I didn't understand it until I watched her movie. I didn't understand why she stayed with sorry ass Kevin until I watched her movie. So yeah, she went through quite a bit while she was coming up and coming, and even when she got into the industry. And a lot of people wanted to fight her. If you guys didn't know, the group Total from Bad Boy, they ran up on her at the studio and was trying to fight her. All three of them tried to jump Wendy Williams, you guys, over a topic that Wendy Williams talked about them. So she went through a lot. She really did. She really did. And now she's going through a living nightmare with her ex-husband, who refuses to let go and is trying to have her divorce reopened in terms of trying to find a loophole into trying to get more money out of her, which I don't feel the judge is going to do, because he did sign off on certain paperwork saying that he agreed to the terms of their divorce after things was finalized. So shout out to Wendy for handling her business and having great lawyers and people around her. But this nigga right here on the screen with this red hoodie on, Charlamagne the God, watch that nigga, because he's a little chitter chatter like a little female. All right, I don't like men who talk too much. I don't like that. That make you moist as hell. You are moist as hell for that, Charlamagne the God. I don't like niggas that talk a lot. Men, if you talk too much, shut your ass up. You should never talk more than a woman. You should not. You should not. You should be seen and not heard. And that's just on period. I don't like no chatty man. I don't like it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. All right. But yeah, child, Wendy was out there. Y'all saw she just cussed out some people. She just cussed her people. Now, her mind was right then, because she cussed her people out, child, when they tried to make her get in the wrong car. We talked about it here. They were out at some event, and she was getting ready to pack her damn hover round up and put it in the car. Child, they done had her go to the wrong damn car and everything, and she done cussed their ass out on the side of the road right up there on the sidewalk right there in New York, child. I was like, child. And then just skirted out on their ass. I said, Wendy, I know you didn't cuss your people out and hit the gas on their ass. I don't know why that's still funny to me. Wendy cussed their ass out royally and hit the gas on their ass in her hover around, child, and peeled out on their ass and then pulled back up on their ass and cussed them out again. I said, see, that's how you know your ass been cussed out. When somebody cuss you out and peel out on you and they hover around and they peel back up on your ass and cuss you out some more. Baby, she gave them the business. Wendy, you see me rolling, hating, trying to catch me riding dirty. That's how her ass was out there. Trying to catch me riding dirty. That was Wendy. Trying to catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty. That was Wendy. Yes, honey. Ride dirty, girl. All right. Ride on out of here dirty. Let's get on out of here. Wendy was riding dirty, girl. Trying to get me riding dirty. She hit that switch over there. Y'all know they had that switch over there on the hover round. Wendy hit that damn switch. Wendy said, bitch, how the fuck you make me go to the wrong car? Ding, I didn't mean riding dirty. She pieced out on their ass. She hit that switch over there, bitch. She was like, trying to catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty over here. Yes, honey, ride dirty on these hoes out here, okay? Ride dirty on these hoes. All right, let's move on, child. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Maybe because I saw the video. That shit just keep replaying in my mind when I saw it. I was like, did this bitch just cuss them fuck out and then peel out on their ass and then whip back around on their ass and cuss them out some more? Bitch, you been thoroughly cussed out when that happened to you. I'm sorry. You all up and through your feelings if that ever happened to you. Oh my God, Wendy. Okay, she's like, bitch. Bitch, how the fuck you send me to a Honda Accord when I pulled up in the Escalade? Hold on. And furthermore, okay, when you get cussed out like that and the bitch come back on you and with the furthermore, bitch, that's how you know you about to get thoroughly cussed out, all right? And furthermore, bitch. Yeah, hold on, because I got dementia. It's coming. Don't you ever motherfucking try me again, all right? That's how a bitch with dementia cuss you out. And furthermore, hold on. Don't you ever motherfucking try me again. All right. Yeah. Don't you ever come in up and fucking try me again. Hold on. Yeah, I'm back. Because I got some more shit to say. Like, damn, this is the longest cussing out. Can you get all this shit out at one time? So I can be in my feelings at once? I'm breaking up my feelings because you up and cussing me the fuck out all. Child. Ooh. Y'all, let's move on. Shout out to you, Wendy. I love you, girl. Oh, Lord. Child, she let me break up this cussing out. All right, because when you got dementia, you got to break that shit up because you can't remember it all. You want to cuss their ass out, but you don't know what to say because you got dementia. Okay. Yes, girl. I ain't mad at it. Child. Cuss them out. all the way slam out, girl. Yes, you did. Okay. And then she drove her ass up to the right car and told him, put my ass in. How the fuck you cuss me out and tell me to lift you up? How gonna lift you up right after you don't fucking cuss me out here in these streets? In the New York streets, you know, people walking by and seeing this shit. Nah, you don't disparage my character like Maurice said. You don't disparage my damn character out here on the sidewalk and even gonna tell me to lift you up out your hover around and place you in the Escalade, bitch. Stand up, all right? Nah, that's gonna be my comeback. Bitch, stand up and walk. Stand up and walk into the Escalade, all right? You wanna cuss my ass out. Walk your ass in the Escalade, all right? I don't give a hot damn. I don't give a hot damn if your wheel fall off your hover around, bitch. I shall not lift you, all right? Moving on. All right, shout out to Joe Biden out here doing his good work, child, for he leave office. Y'all know he be sleep doing all the meetings now, child. They be talking about his ass. They be saying, child, we don't want to bring Joe nowhere because his ass, as soon as his ass hit the seat, baby, he go to sleep in all the important meetings. They be asking his ass shit at the meetings. He be knocked the fuck out. He another one with dementia, child. He don't give no fucks. He's like, listen, bitch, I've ran my turn. I've run my course, like they say in church. I have run my course, child. I ain't got shit else to do. I'm pardoning people, baby. And listen, I got my son out of jail. I've done all I'm gonna do. All right, Trump, take this shit up. Take it away, Trump. All right, I'm about to take a fucking nap. That's him, baby. They over here saying missiles have been sent to Iraq. This Joe. We will be sending missiles to Iraq. This Joe ass over there. Knock the fuck out. We're like, nigga, we talking about missiles and you sleep in this bitch. But anyway, so 2 federal death row inmates, girl, convicted of unaliving, refused to sign clemency paperwork after Joe Biden offers to commute their sentences to life in prison without parole. They were like, nigga, where the free come from? Like, we want to get out. Like, we don't give a hot damn about being in here for life with no parole. Like, child, they were like, yeah, no, child, go on, child, we'll stay on death row. No. And I ain't even talking about with Suge Knight, baby. They was like, nah, that ain't the right papers right there. We ain't signing them. Okay. How the hell are you trying to get some clemency paperwork and my ass still gonna be in jail? Now I'm gonna stay on death row because yeah, that's what it gives. Let's go and get into this news thing, child. Ooh, child. All right, so this is who it is, child. This refusing to sign the paperwork, Lord. Okay. All right, so let's get into the news, child. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked because that's where we're watching.
Biden commutes the sentences of 37 federal death row inmates, instead giving them life in prison without parole. The White House said the president believes America must stop the use of the death penalty. Biden left only 3 people on federal death row. Dylan Roof, who carried out a mass shooting at the Mother Emanuel AME Church in South Carolina, Boston Marathon bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, and Robert Bowers, who was convicted in the mass shooting at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh. Among the inmates affected is Len Davis.
The former NOPD officer was convicted of ordering the killing of a New Orleans mother. Ton Trong looks at why that case became so notorious.
Kim Groves was 32 years old when the mother of 3 was gunned down on the streets of the lower 9th Ward in 1994. Just before the killing, she celebrated her daughter's 12th birthday.
I'm the daughter of the late Kim Marie Groves, who was assassinated by the New Orleans police officer.
President Biden commutes the sentences of 37 federal death row inmates, instead giving them life in prison without parole.
That was Jasmine Groves in 2020. At that time, former New Orleans police officer Len Davis was still on death row after a jury convicted him in 1996 of civil rights violations in the murder of Kim Groves. During the trial, prosecutors used video and audio recordings of Davis meeting and speaking with an FBI agent posing as a drug dealer. The undercover sting, dubbed Operation Shattered Shield, was targeting police corruption within the NOPD. Here's Fox 8 legal analyst Joe Responti.
Len Davis was the poster boy for all that was wrong with the police department back then. And there was a lot wrong with the police department. A lot of people got indicted, including him. And there was a dark day in New Orleans when this occurred.
Part of the prosecution's evidence was an FBI wiretap, which captured Davis ordering a hit on Kim Groves.
It was one of the most chilling things you could ever experience or hear.
Before she was murdered, Groves went to the NOPD's Internal Affairs Division and that was Jazz filed a brutality complaint against Davis. A short time later, prosecutors say Davis sent the order.
as I recall, Len Davis was all up in the middle of all the drug dealers. She was going to give information to the government about his dealings, and she had to be eliminated, and that's why he called in the hit.
In many regards, Len Davis, who the community called RoboCop and the Desire Terrorist, came to symbolize the dysfunctional and deeply troubled NOPD of the 1990s. In this era of podcasting and YouTube, that time and that name live on in infamy. And just a short time ago, Corey Groves, the son of Kim Groves, issued this statement saying, quote, "My family has been living with the nightmare of Len Davis for over 30 years. I've always wanted him to spend the rest of his life in prison and have to wake up every morning and think about what he did when he took our mother from us," end quote. Len Davis is now 60 years old and is being held in a federal prison in Terre Haute, Indiana. The brutality.
Child. Now, it says the 2 death row prisoners among the 37 federal inmates, including several child unalivers and mass unalivers, that President Joe Biden offered to commute their sentences last month, have taken an unusual stance in that they are refusing to sign their clemency paperwork and accept life in prison without parole. Now, it says the convicted unalivers Shannon Agofsky, who is 53 years old, and Len Davis, who is 60, are both incarcerated at the U.S. Penitentiary in Terre Haute, Indiana, won't sign as they maintain their innocence. So they're still saying they're innocent, and they've been locked up for quite some time. But President Biden was trying to throw you a lifeline, and they don't want to take it because they're saying that they feel that they are innocent. So they are facing the unaliving penalty, which is coming up. And hey, maybe they just want to be gone versus sitting in prison for the rest of their life. I mean, some people feel that way. I don't know. Now, they said on December the 30th that the 2 men filed emergency motions in Indiana Southern District Federal Court as they believe that they'd be at a legal disadvantage if they accept clemency as they attempt to appeal their cases. Now, it says the death unaliving penalty appeals are closely examined by the courts in a legal process known as heightened scrutiny. Okay. It says that which involves careful probing for errors due to the life and unaliving consequences of the sentence. Okay. So shout out to Joe Biden for doing his good one out here, his big one out here, for trying to help the people out here get out of the prison. All right. So shout out to him. He's doing good work, honey, before he leave office, child. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, child. He fought hard. He has fought hard for his whole entire term. All right, so Dominique Knowles, the mother who left her children, her 4 children, 2 I think were autistic children. She left them home while her ass went on vacation to Florida. She left them home alone. And I ain't talking about the movie. So let's get into it. I'm sharing my screen. All right. Let me try to make this big, because we talked about this before. So I have a lot of updates today. So we're doing an update on that. She is actually sentenced. Let's get into it.
Did you want to say anything? You're going to make sure something like this doesn't happen again. Dominique Knowles had very little to say to the Fox 8i team after she was sentenced in Rocky River Municipal Court Wednesday on 2 counts of endangering children. Police say she left her young children home alone while she went to Florida February 21st through February 23rd. The judge said 2 of the children have special needs,
one of which had a full-time aide accompanying her in school.
During the hearing, Knowles vowed that something like this would never happen again. She told court officials she went to Florida to help a friend who was getting liposuction. She said she was paid $1,000 a day to go and help.
I did believe my kids was able to get up by themselves and properly dress themselves and get themselves to school. I didn't plan on them to be at home a whole 3 days like the media is saying. I didn't. Not trying, like we said, not trying to downplay it.
Rocky River Judge Joseph Burke sentenced Knowles to 360 days of house arrest, 5 years probation, and also ordered her to take parenting classes. Westlake Police body camera video obtained by the Fox 8i team shows officers checking on the 3 children. The 7-year-old twin girls and their 10-year-old sister were left home alone in the apartment back in February. Knowles was arrested shortly after she returned from the trip. Police and prosecutors tell us they learned the 3 girls were home alone after a teacher called police asking for a welfare check. A teacher told police that one of the children told her that they were left alone when her mother traveled out of state.
The judge wants to make sure that she cannot violate the law.
The prosecutor tells us the case was very troubling.
The teachers were stunned, frankly, because they've not seen this before. They really don't know what to do, and they did the right thing.
And it is now time for you to become the mother that your daughters deserve, need, and require.
In Rocky River, Peggy Gallick, Fox 8 I-Team.
The justice system failed the children. This bitch don't give a fuck about her kids. If you left them special needs kids as well, what if there would have been an emergency? Your 10-year-old is not capable of taking care of herself and two other siblings, two of which have some type of special needs, while your ass is chasing $1,000 a day for somebody getting liposuction. That's not your problem, but your children are. And it makes me so freaking mad when the justice system allowed the children to stay in said situations that are unsafe. She's not a safe parent for those children to be with. She probably punished the children for telling on her while her ass was out of town for 2 days. And I know people say, oh, it's only 2 days. Bitch, a lot of things could have happened in 2 days. A lot. A lot. If you don't want the children, give them to a family member or call Child Protective Services and have them placed in a home where someone would properly care for them and not leave them unattended. That's child abandonment. That is against the law. They lock people up for that. Suppose someone would have broken into your house. Suppose the children would have left the house and someone could have kidnapped the child. I just think about all these types of things. And I'm very passionate when it comes to kids because I used to work with kids as a rehabilitative technician for years, where I saw a lot of crazy shit in people's homes, where children were not properly cared for. And I had to report that shit. It's weird to me how people have children and you leave your children at home and nothing in your mind tells you this is not right. To go to the air, pack your clothes, first of all. The whole time you pack and nothing says to you, maybe I shouldn't leave my kids at home. So that wasn't good enough. You hopped your ass in the car, drove to the fucking airport, got on the airplane, flew your ass to Florida away from your children who are home alone. Who's going to cook for them? You talking about they're capable of waking up in the morning, dressing themselves and getting to school. Who the fuck is driving them to school at 10 and under 10? This lady is psycho. And this judge is psycho. I got to say that too, because baby, you should have locked her up at home. Home confinement? That's not a pop on the hand. She should have gotten jail time. I'm sorry. She should have gotten jail time. And when her ass got out, she should have been on fucking probation, because that is diabolical to do some shit like that to your kids. It is. You putting the responsibility on your 10-year-old, and she probably be doing that at home. She probably do shit for them kids, but work the hell out of her 10-year-old. And you shouldn't have children if you don't want to be a parent. I despise seeing parents to do that, to have all these fucking kids. And she only had 3, but then put the responsibility on your older kids because you want to live your life. You want to travel and help a friend because she want to go and get work done on her body and promise you $1,000 a day. Girl, bye. She should have been in jail. Give that bitch 30 days in jail, 45 days in jail. Let her ass sit there and reflect on what she did to her children. And let Child Protective Services come in and snatch them up out of there and put them into a home where they're properly cared for. And when that ass get out of jail, probation is on that ass. And you miss one payment, that ass go back to jail. That's how that works. And that's how you stop this mess from parents who leave their kids in cars, who leave them unattended, who abuse their children. That's what you do. It needs to be tougher laws when it comes to these parents and these kids. I have no sympathy for a parent who does not parent their children in the way that they should. If you're leaving them alone, you're not a good parent, and you do not deserve to have your children. I'm sorry. You gave birth to them, but you should not have your children. There's people out there, women out there who want to have kids that cannot, that would love to have those children and take care of those children properly. That's on period. These judges are... Alabama court system is the same fucking way when it comes to Melody's court case as well with her children. It's a mess. It's a mess. Put the children first and stop trying to slap the hand of the parent. Martell ass should have been locked the fuck up for all the things he did to his children. And this woman is no exception to the rule. Let's move on. I'm so sick of this bullshit, y'all. I am. Lord God, I'm sick of it. All right, so let me get back to my screen. Lord God. Oof. It just boils my balls. It boils my balls to see that. All right, let's get into Tasha. Tasha is promoting Wanda's food truck. It's so crazy to me because Wanda never promotes anything that Tasha does. And that's your daughter whom you love, who you stay capping for. You hop on the internet, you cuss everybody out, you threaten to pow them and everything else when it comes to your daughter. But Tasha stays promoting anything that Wanda does. But when it comes to Wanda posting Tasha's businesses, that most of which she's stolen the ideas from, she don't give a hot damn. So here's Tasha. Here's Tasha saying in 2025, y'all ready for this? Arm emoji, prayer emoji, because we riding with show enough Miss Wanda Moore Leith, honey. Kitchen on Wheels, brand new food truck coming near you soon. Be on the lookout. No punctuation, no nothing, y'all. You just fly through that shit. You got to have great air capacity when you read Tasha's sentences, because the bitch does not pronunciate anywhere. All right, so Wanda Moore Leith, let's see, can I read it in one breath? Wanda Moore Leith, Kitchen on Wheels, brand new food truck coming near you soon. Be on the lookout and show her some love. ... See, some of them dots you could have broke up and spread them periods out somewhere else in between that bitch, because there were several sentences that you just breezed on through. But you know, that's the Alabama school system. What can I say? All right. Hashtag maybe a long line is worth your time. Hashtag Love Marriage Huntsville. Hashtag Miss Wanda. Hashtag food truck. Hashtag new to y'all. Hashtag old to her. Hashtag ground up. Yeah, it's going to be ground up roadkill. Hashtag ground up possum nuts. Hashtag ground up all that shit off the street, child. She just going to scrape it up. Anything that she riding by and she see that's unalived in the street is going to be in her truck, child, on that grill in her truck. That's what's going to be going on. But I said all that to say this. Tasha always sitting up here promoting shit that Wanda do and helping Wanda. And it's so weird to me how Wanda never promotes her daughter's businesses or nothing that they do. It's weird to me, but you stay capping and wanting to fight for her, and that's weird. It gives that you want attention. Yeah, it gives that you want attention, Wanda. It gives you want attention. So I guess shout out to Tasha for promoting her mama when her mama does not promote her. Moving on. We got more, child. We got more. I ain't standing on that bullshit. And I ain't eating shit off that truck. Period. Talking about let her cook. Please do not cook, okay? Please do not cook. Let her cook. Child. Let us go to the emergency room. Let us do that. All right. All right, so let's get into Dr. Heavenly news. Jesus, I didn't realize I expanded the show this long, Lord. Let's get through it though. All right. So people are asking for Dr. Heavenly to step down from Married to Medicine. Let's get into this. Saw this topic. I said, let me share it, child, because y'all know they've been saying Dr. Heavenly been doing team too much here lately. All right, let's blow it up. Let's blow it back a little bit. Ooh. All right, so they're saying they feel that Dr. Heavenly needs to step back and handle her mental capacity from Marriage to Medicine because they said she's doing team too much. Now, they said she stepped back from her office. She's cut back from being in her office to 2 days a week. And they're saying that she needs to do the same on Married to Medicine because they're saying that she's doing team too much. Her mental capacity is not where it needs to be. She's lashing out at people. She's becoming the menace of the show. Is they're saying it's very detrimental to others' well-being on the show. Now, it says that the dentist, Heavenly Kimes, says that some viewers enjoy the drama that the dentist brings to Married to Medicine, but the drama that she brings is detrimental to her own well-being. It goes on to say that there is a saying that hurt people, and does. Says that this means that some people can unconsciously or consciously inflict pain on others because they have not dealt with those unresolved traumatic experiences of their own lives. It says that I see this happening to her in real time. Okay, period. In real time. It says that she has unresolved family issues that stem from her traumatic experiences as a child. I've been saying that. Did I not say that? She had a very effed up childhood. She did not have a relationship with her mother, where she says her mother didn't really even talk to her growing up, that she pretty much stayed in her room that had no windows. I told y'all about this. She grew up in a very traumatic household. She did not have a relationship with her mother, which now has spilled over to how she has a relationship with other women in her life that she encountered. That pain that she is dealing with from what she dealt with her mother, not having a relationship, a vocal relationship to where she could speak to her and express how she felt. Now all of that anger has now, boom, burst out onto every single woman that she encounters. We saw it with Mariah. We see it now with Sweet Tea. We've seen it with Dr. Jackie, which she's now good with Dr. Jackie because Dr. Jackie has that mothering attitude with her, to where I think she kind of maybe sees her mother through Dr. Jackie, which is why they get along so well. And to the mother that she would have hoped her mother would have been through Dr. Jackie. Just about all the women. Simone, she's gotten into it with Simone. She's gotten into it a few times with Quad, but she and Quad seem to get along because they both messy as fuck and they act the same. It goes on to say that she needs to put her mental health as a priority over Married to Medicine. Now, in my opinion, she ought to take a mental health break from the show. According to her, she has cut her office hours to 2 days per week. So if you could see fit to cut your office hours, you should also cut yourself from the show to get your mental capacity. But you know, most time people that act the way that she does and does what she does don't feel like they got nothing wrong with them. She might feel like she's normal when everybody around her is just like, girl, 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 you are doing the absolute fucking most. Like, go sit it down for a while, go and lay on a therapist's couch and talk about whatever it is that's going on with you, because it's starting to spill out on the show. It's starting to get to the point where fans are starting to vocalize them not wanting to see you on our screens anymore. It's not enough for you to be on Married to Medicine to be toxic. You also have a social media platform at which you are over there on that toxicity as well. And it's time for you to sit your ass down. That's what the people are saying. It's time to sit your ass down for a little bit. It is time so that you can handle your mental capacity, because I don't know what the hell Dr. Damon is having to deal with in that house. It cannot be easy. It cannot be easy to see your wife spiraling out of control, and he's so soft-spoken. I know she run over him. Contrary to what she liked to try to say and or believe, oh, Dr. Daddy, I respect him, I let him lead. I don't see that. I feel he's so soft-spoken, and anytime he try to say something to her, she overtalk him. She gets loud because she's very loud. That's that defense mechanism that she likes to use on people. But she's very much so soft, and she gives very much so punk nature. I'm going to say it again. She's very, very loud, and most people who are very loud like that, and I always, those be the softest ones. Those be the scariest ones. You see how she backed down when Dr. Contessa almost tore her damn bangs out. She backed all the way down and was calling for security to protect her ass. And she was saying that her people back in Miami, because that's where she's from, was telling her she was a punk. You didn't represent us right. Why you running from this woman? You always talking about you going to beat somebody up. And then as soon as you get the opportunity, there you go running like you in a marathon. She's a runner. She's a track star. That's what you were doing, girl. You were running, girl. Running like Usain Bolt from Contessa. Yeah, you were, girl. You were. You had your good Nikes on that day. You were about to get your ass tore up. And I was sitting at home like, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for answering my prayers. That was me sitting at home looking at this shit. And thank you, Lord. The Lord really does work in mysterious ways. That's me at home. Because that's what your ass deserve. All right. But anywho and anyway, child, we ain't got no more for you. Heavenly, sit it down. The people are asking for you to get the fuck off the show. Sit it down and get your mental health in order. Because we tired of you. Okay. Start with me. Let's move on, girl. All right. We're going to talk about Cody Blade. We don't care no more. All right. So let's get into our last and final topic. What time are we looking at? Yeah, we're going to get through it. All right. I got to go. I got to go. I got shit to do. Lord. All right. So let's get into, y'all know there's a new audio phone call video that's been released. Shout out to Blogger AL, because that's who put it out. We got to give credit where it is due. All right. Now there's a new call that was put out for Arionne where she speaks on Melody Cherie getting full custody of the 4-piece nugget kids. Okay. I kind of touched on it yesterday, but he did release the video / audio / phone call. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about some pointers that I took down, and I'm giving my commentary on it. Then we're going to get out of here, okay? Yeah, she is all barking nobody. She ain't about to do shit. Them be the ones that all that damn mouth. And as soon as you get ready to pull up on their ass, I'm calling the police. Security. Girl, shut your ass up. You ain't about to do shit. All right, so Arionne is said in a video recording where she was videoed, probably unbeknownst to her, because that's usually how that shit happens. She get the chitter-chattering and talking too damn much, and now somebody recorded her ass speaking negatively about Martell. Now, there's several videos. I don't know what Martell is going to do once he hear these things. Well, I do know, because his ass is crazy. But let's get into what she said. According to Arionne, she said that I respect Martell being the man that he is. She says because he was the alpha parent. When? I keep hearing that. She goes on to say that when Melody was doing photo shoots, that Martell would have the kids, okay? he should. He's the father. If she's busy and he ain't doing shit, which he never is, he should have the fucking kids. All right, so she goes on to say that Martell lost all credibility on the show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. She also goes on to say that no matter how much I talk to Martell, that he does not get it. And neither do you, because 12 years in, 13, 14, 15 years, however long you've been fucking with him, you don't get it either, because you still sticking and staying there and allowing him to use you, girl, like Satan used you as well, to take care of his kids and do his crimes and everything else. So you don't get it either. While you talking to him, somebody need to talk to your ass. All right. So she goes on to say that I want Melody to get full custody of her kids. That came out of her mouth. She says, I want Melody to get full custody of her kids. She said, who is he trying to prove something to? Talking about Martell. Who is he trying to prove something to? She's saying he don't need the kids. He really can't take care of the kids. That's what she's saying. Martell really cannot take care of these kids, and she wants Melody to get full custody. Now, I feel like, and I thought about it. I entertained that thought, and I said to myself, I feel like she's saying that she wants Melody to get full custody of the children, because Arionne's interpretation of what she thought her relationship between she and Martell would be that the two of them would ride off into the sunset after she stole Martell from Melody, at which that never happened, because she gave you the fuck nigga and you still can't do nothing with him. Bottom line is, she wanted to have Martell all to herself. She was not counting on the children coming into the equation, and she having to take care of them is putting more work on her. She didn't want to have to work because she doesn't want to work. I don't feel like she will ever work, because she wanted to be a kept side piece. Okay, that's 3 words: kept side piece. That's what she wanted to be. Bottom line is, she was hoping to have Martell and the two of them be together in relationship, and he played daddy to her children, and whatever residuals he made, it would go to her, her son, and her daughter. She was not counting on having to take care of Melody Cherie's kids, but now that Martell is pushing to keep these kids and have these kids part of the time, 1 week on, 1 week off, it kind of threw a monkey wrench into her plans. Because notice, when she was messing with Martell during the time that Mel and Martell were married, she was happy, and she said that I was happier when Mel and Martell were together, because her lifestyle was different. She had everything she wanted, because Martell was stealing money from the household to take it over to her household and to try to mirror her lifestyle in terms of what Melody's lifestyle was, which you could never, because Mel was driving around in a whole Range Rover. And Arionne made mention before that she didn't want the BMW that Martell bought her. She felt that she should have been driving in the same thing that his wife, well, now ex-wife, Melody Cherie, was driving, which at the time was a Range Rover. Bitch, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve no Range Rover. For what? What did you do? What did you do besides stalk his ex-wife? Besides talk shit about her children, besides sit on the internet all fucking day, okay, with them chopped up and screwed up ends and edges gone, like you was a fucking mess, and you still are. So now she's seen the light, maybe a very dim light at that, and now she is trying to cap for Melody, and it's giving that. I don't like when people use a means to attach themselves to you as if they're supporting you when really they have ulterior motives. Do you guys get where I'm going with that? Arionne, stop sitting on this phone call and stop sitting on social media in terms of trying to make anybody that will listen feel like now you have a certain heart for a person that you sat on Tasha K's interview and said you will never apologize to, because you're not apologetic for what you did in terms of coming into this woman's family and breaking them up. Honestly, I feel like Arionne, and follow me when I say this, I feel like Arionne was a blessing in disguise, because had she not come into the picture, Melody would probably be still trying to work things out with Martell, and he would have been doing the same shit he was doing behind the scenes. So maybe it was God's plan for her to come into this situation. And no, God is not the God of a person who will cause someone to break up a marriage. But what I'm saying here is that would take his attention from where he was supposed to be, which is over here with his family doing what he needed to, because he wasn't doing what he needed to anyway. He went over here and was messing with Arionne, and she distracted him, and that's how Satan will do you, distract you. He distracted Arionne from his purpose and what he was supposed to be doing, which was building over here with Melody, and he wound up losing everything with the same person who distracted him. So Arionne, you played a part in this situation, and maybe it was a blessing in disguise because Melody is much happier now without him. She struggled with being happy, being able to speak freely. If you guys remember her first season, second season, third season, she was very frail, very thin. If you look at her now, she looks healthy. She put on a little weight. She got a little hip. She out here dancing in every video. We didn't see that side of her because she was suffering behind closed doors. She had depression probably. She was going through a lot of, she talked about panic attacks, PTSD. All of these things were contributed through Martell's actions and her trying to hold on to, and she's biblical, so she, tried to keep her marriage. A lot of people do honor their vows and say through sickness and health, from all of those things. Martell is sick mentally, so she was trying to do what any woman would try to do, any married woman, which is keep her family together no matter what, and try to pray through those situations. But sometimes you're praying for things that's really not meant for you. He will not withhold one good thing from you, but he will also not allow you to be put in a situation to where you keep having to go through certain things when certain people are not supposed to be in your life. It's called being unequally yoked. Melody and Martell were unequally yoked from day one. And sometimes when you keep trying to force things to keep working out for you when they're not supposed to, you wind up hurting yourself. So at some point, you got to wash your hands and say, I'm done. And that's what Melody had to do. And Martell is bothering you because you were the cancer in her life. Your purpose in her life was to hold her back. But now that she has her wings, and now that she is flying, and now that she is away from you, you can't take it because your plan to hold on to her and to make it through life and to have everything that you've ever had since you've been with her, because you never had anything prior to her, it is gone. You're fighting everyone and you're blaming everyone. It's not Tisha's fault that Melody filed for divorce, because he mentioned that. Had Tisha not been in Melody's ear, Melody wouldn't have done that. No, Melody filed for divorce because that's what she needed to do. She realized her worth at some point in time in that situation, and she decided to walk away. Let's continue what Arionne had to say. Okay. She said that Martell is all on the show trying to save face by bringing flowers to Melody, and that made him look worse. Now, how do you know that? This is coming from a person who says they don't watch the show. They don't have a desire to watch the show. They ain't trying to watch the show. How do you know that he is crashing out on this show and making himself look worse, and that he's all on the show trying to save face? How do you know these things if you don't watch the show? It's weird to me. It's weird. How do you know what he's doing on the show if you don't watch it? How do you know how he's looking and how he's portraying himself on a platform if you don't watch it? That's weird. Stalking much? That's what it gives. All right, so of course she's mad and in her feelings about Martell taking flowers to Melody, because we've seen you, Arionne, in past videos where you bought flowers for yourself. The nigga couldn't even buy you no flowers, but he went and bought several dozens of flowers to his ex-wife, who she threw that shit in the trash. You should have swung by there and got a few of them so you can feel, maybe worth it, maybe. I don't know. But Melody threw those flowers in the trash, so Arionne felt a way about that. She also felt a way about Martell bringing Melody flowers in the same scene that Melody also revealed to the world that Martell could not take care of and or feed his children, at which Martell got very upset. Y'all remember that scene where they sat down in the coffee shop and Martell thought he was out here balling just because he spent $5-6 on a cup of coffee for Melody Cherie. The cup was only this fucking big. But bottom line is he brought her flowers then, trying to worm his way back into her life because he was struggling. He could not feed himself or his children. So he looked at Melody in her eyes and said, I only want to be with you for the kids. And when a motherfucker tell you that, that tells you everything you need to know. That means if you come back to me, I'm going to be worse than I was before. And I only want to be there for the kids and for monetary gain. I want my lifestyle back. That's what it said, Martell. Melody, being the smart, God-fearing woman that she is, saw through your bullshit, and she decided to make an executive decision not only for herself, but her children. People who are abusive, they start with your mind. If you can chip away at a person's mind, then you have total control over them. If you lose your mind, who are you? You don't know who you are. That's like a person like we talked about earlier, a person with dementia. If you lose your mind, if you allow a person to start controlling you by way of taking over your mind, then you lose who you are as a person. That's why biblically it says, he whose mind is on him is in perfect peace. You have no peace if you don't have control over your mind. So Melody was able to go to therapy, speak to someone about what she was dealing with, going through PTSD, depression, some of all of the things that she was dealing with, including her children. Because if they grew up in that same environment, what she was going through, they went through it as well. There's no way that they could hear screaming and hollering and fussing and Martell going off the way that he does. We've seen it on national television, how he gets irate, how he goes into a trance and start all this hollering and waving his arms and becoming this dangerous, scary individual and likes to, push his weight around. And he only does that with women. We keep talking about why that aggression is the way it is. And now we're hearing rumors that he like men. I feel like he is battling some things with maybe his sexuality, which is why he's so aggressive towards women, which is why he is abusive towards women, because he's not able to live in his truth, allegedly, hypothetically, and maybe. That's what it gives. Arionne goes on to say that the kids are best full-time with Melody so that Martell can get his life together in the next 2 years. So now she's giving him a timeline when, bitch, you've been with him for what, 12, 14? How do you give your abuser a timeline to get himself together to continue to abuse you? I'm going to say it again. How do you give your abuser, I'm calling him handler. I call Martell her handler because as I've looked at several cases, specifically the one with R. Kelly, specifically the one with Diddy, it's giving handler vibes. If there are videos out there of Arionne having choo-choos ran on her and Martell knows about that, and you're inviting other women in the bedroom, and Arionne, you're getting on social media and propositioning women to drop into his DMs for sexual favors that you can also be involved in, that's giving handler vibes. You're not in a relationship. Go back to how R. Kelly's girls used to refer to him as their man. He also had men coming in and sleeping with those girls. So I don't have, I have to compare the two because that's what it gives. It gives that you are protecting your abuser. That's what women in Stockholm Syndrome have. Arionne is suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. Look it up. He has full mental control over her. So now she has gone into protective mode over someone who is abusing her, embarrassing her, showing people videos of her out having choo-choos ran on her in sexual positions that only she should be seeing. That's not love. It wasn't love when he did it to his own wife, Melody Sharif, through Revenge P. That's why his ass is in fucking court now. And if she had her head on straight, I would have took his ass to court too. That'd be 2 cases that his ass would be sitting on for Revenge P. And he probably showed that shit because she wouldn't do something that he wanted her to do. Because according to what she said in the original Straight No Chasers video, she was saying, Martell wants me to put this video out. The one for the Revenge P. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Nay, what should I do, Nay? I don't want to be in trouble behind this. She tried the same thing with Carson Blue. She called Carson up, had a conversation with Carson and said, Carson, Martell is really mad right now. He pissed at me because he wants me to put this video out of Melody, but I don't know. I want to do it, but I don't want to be in trouble behind this. I got kids. Like, what can I do? She chose not to do that. And I feel that that's probably around the time that he started showing Marceau and them and everybody else videos of her in compromising positions and doing things in a personal environment that only she should know about as a get back and as revenge for her not committing a crime to get back at someone who he should be trying to focus on mending his relationship with, which is the mother of his children. He wanted to destroy Melody. And he tried to use Arionne as a means to do it. And she got scared after Carson told her, bitch, if you put that motherfucking video out, you're going to jail. And you're going to lose every one of your fucking kids. And you're going to lose your freedom if you do it. And that's the only reason she did not do it. Go back and look at the videos. That's the only reason she did not put that Revenge P video out. She did show it to a few people. And she said that vocally on a video with Original Straight No Chaser, that she shared the video with her sister and she offered to send the same video to Original Straight No Chaser. So you indirectly did do Revenge P because you shared the video. You just didn't share it with who Martell wanted you to share it with. But now she's heard in this video and several videos, because we've talked about this. I want to say like 3 days now, I've talked about these videos of her talking against Martell. She's low-key tired of his ass. She's low-key looking for a lifeline, but she's so far in and so deep in. He has so many receipts on her. She don't know how to get away from him and how to get out. And all she can do now is try to speak her grievances and in hopes that somebody can save her. But baby, no one can save somebody who don't want to be saved. That's on period, baby. You can't save somebody that don't want to be saved. You are locked in. You are locked in by means of Stockholm syndrome, and you are locked in by what do you call it? Sexual ties. That's a crazy thing. It's weird. So she goes on to say, like I said, Arionne says that the kids are best full-time with Melody Cherie so that Martell can get his life together in the next 2 years, because he don't have nothing going on outside of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and he can't even get his wine off the ground. We talked about that here. His wine is finito, gone, adios, all of the things of the things, in any other language you want to say it in. He don't have a distributor. If you try to go on the website and purchase it, he has nothing left. He don't have his books. He don't have nothing. The calendar, everything he's put his hands to has failed. That's called a curse. That's what that's called. Certain people you cannot mess with and think that you're going to level up in life. And I keep saying it. Certain people you cannot mess with and think that you're going to level up in life. Yes, soul ties. They have soul ties. Absolutely. Martell has a lot of receipts on Arionne. She's scared out of her mind. She wants to leave Martell alone so bad, but she knows that if she walks out of that door and she denies him, he is going to do the same thing that he's doing to Melody Cherie. He's going to come for that son. He's going to force her probably to pay him child support, because we know Martell went for Melody and tried to get child support from her as well, at which it was denied. She did mention in another video that she was working, so that she does, I guess, have some type of income. I don't think she's working. I feel like that's a lie. Everything that Melody, and she's sitting back watching this shit in real time, and I think it's starting to set into her mind to be like, you know what? All the shit I talked about with Melody and all the shit that I helped Martell do in order to hurt Melody, he's getting ready to do this shit to me. Now it's about to be a boomerang effect on you, Arionne, because you're watching in real time your life through what Martell is doing to Melody is getting ready to be done to you. And the only difference is you don't have the support system that Melody has. And if you can't stand to see bloggers do videos in terms of talking about you, and your PTSD, as you call it, is so out of control that you some days you laying in the bed and you shake it and you can't even get out of bed, bitch, it's going to be worse. Melody has a support system around her to help her get through the things that she's going through with Martell, and that's why he's mad, because he wants to be able to keep sending rockets her way to destroy and burn her village down. But she's got too many people doing this until it's confusing him. So he is now out of ideas. He keeps running to the courts, trying to file different motions, and it's not working. So now his attention, after he gets convicted, because that's coming up, because he has 2 cases coming up, child custody and revenge P. I feel like he's going to jail because he's violated way too much. I feel like the judge is going to get tired of giving him chance after chance after chance. Hey, the judge is going to be like, I'm not the Lord. Your ass is going to jail today, because they have a trial at which he asked for with his stupid ass. Who asked for a jury trial when they know they're guilty? This is how unhinged Martell is. But Arionne goes on to say that she wants him to get full custody because the children are standing in the way of what she thought that she was going to have with Martell. She feels that the children are a distraction from Martell getting his life together. And she's giving him 2 years to get his life together. And what happens after 2 years? Because you promised many times of what you were going to do if he doesn't do what he's supposed to. Martell is not focused. His only focus is on destroying Melody because she will not come back to him. That's his focus. He's not focused on getting a psychiatric evaluation. He's not focused on getting an outside job outside of Love and Marriage Huntsville. He's not focused on anything but destroying Melody, Cherie, and everyone around him. He wants to destroy the Scott's marriage because he feels like they should lose their shit just like he did because they were doing the same thing that he was doing. So he is in destructive mode right now towards any and everybody that had any type of ties with him. But the kicker is, the main person that he tried to destroy told his stupid ass that the Scotts are not your friends. Did she not tell him that? Melody told him, the Scotts are not your friends. She told you in the freaking meeting, the Core 6 meeting, when you voted against her in terms of trying to still be in their pocket and in their good graces. They're not your friends. How do you turn against me, your wife, in front of them? You talk shit about your wife to the Scotts. And now what are they doing? Laughing in your face, Martell, because you've lost everything. And Marceau stood up in your face and told you, nigga, you beneath me. I'm pretty much taking your place. He couldn't stand that shit. Nigga, how do you go against your wife? And what happened to United Front? Even if you don't agree with me, it's a certain thing called United Front. Agree in front of them, and when we get home, we'll talk about this shit. But Martell just did not have that mental capacity to be able to do so because he's always in destructive mode. He's always in this mode of, I'm the man and I run this, and I want everybody to think that I'm running shit. When the only thing you were running was your motherfucking mouth. And now look at where you're sitting. Everything around you is crumbling. So Arionne goes on to say that Melody is doing X, Y, and Z, and that Martell is still fighting her. So it's bothering her that Martell is still fighting Melody because it shows that he still has love for her and that he's still, well, his crazy love. It's not real love, but he still has a crazy love and or admiration, and he still wants to be with her. His attention is not on Arionne. His attention is on Melody, and it's bothering Arionne because what she used to say is, I took your nigga with my eyes closed, but baby, when you open your eyes, his eyes were still over there on Melody. He still loves Melody. He still wants Melody. After 12 years of you thought shopping and WAP dropping, the nigga still don't want you. He ain't checking for you or anything that you do. He don't want you. So nothing that you could ever do. You can give him head from morning, noon, night, brunch. It don't fucking matter. The nigga don't want you. You don't have nothing to level him up. Martell only fuck with women that can take him somewhere. He used Belinda and every other woman before that. Sheree, he used her. He thought he could use Sheree. Sheree figured that shit out and said, look, bitch, I'm drowning too. I got to cut my lifeline. I don't need this shit in my life. You got all these fucking kids and lawsuits. I got to go. Like, I don't need this shit in my life. Arionne, you don't want to work. My thing is this. If you are a helpmeet, if you want to be a wife to this man, get your ass up and go get a fucking job and help him level up. Martell doesn't know how to do it on his own. Hence the reason why he attached himself to Melody. He proposed to her on her graduation because he saw where she was going. She married a nigga with no motion. Or lotion, because the nigga was ashy as fuck on the pictures I saw back then. The nigga had no motion and no lotion. Just drifting. Looking for somebody to take care of his ass. You just there, Arionne. You are dependent in Martell's life. He don't need that. He can't take care of his own fucking kids. You are another kid. He said it in the video. I got 7 kids. She said, where you get 7 from? You one of them. He said it in the video. She looked like, oh shit, I might be. Yeah. He called you one of his kids. He only respect you as his woman. He called you one of his kids. That's how much he respects you. And he treats you like a child because he told you about 5 times in that same video to shut up, and you did. Yeah. He told your ass to shut your ass up, and you sat right there looking like the Grinch with that fried bun on top of your damn head, and you shut what they call the fuck up. You damn sure did. My insubordinate ass would have been like, fuck is you talking to? I'd have talked all the way to the house. I'd have talked outside. I'd have talked when I got in the house. I'd have talked while I was taking my clothes off and changing into my bed clothes, bitch. I'd have talked in my sleep. Who the fuck is you talking to? Who you telling to shut up? Nigga, when you woke up to get ready to go film your scene the next day, I'd have set my alarm to wake up and talk again. That's how insubordinate my ass is. Who the fuck are you talking to? Who are you telling to shut up? You want me to shut up? Now all I'm going to do is talk. And what you going to do about it? Touch me. The police done been over here twice. What's next? Pull up. Pull up and find out. 911. Someone please call 911. I sure will. What you gonna do? Swell my eye up again? Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it, nigga. You gonna hear woo right outside that front door. And no, bitch, I'm not gonna not press charges. I'm pressing all charges. I'm pressing all charges. Oh, yeah. All right, let's move on. All right, so she goes on to say that Martell was playing into being back with Melody and still wanting her back, and he lost all credibility for doing that. So now she is upset because everything that she said, all the shit she talked and bragged about having Martell and stealing Martell from Melody, now she sees that there are still stronger ties with Martell and Melody than with her. She thought that she had a one-up on Melody because Melody divorced him and gave Martell over because she didn't want to deal with his bullshit no more. And now she's saying, oh, I wish they would have stayed together. I wish they would have stayed married. I loved Martell more when he was with Melody. And now the motherfucker's getting on my nerves and he just won't leave and he won't leave me alone and he won't let me move on with my life. That's what you get. That's what you get. You don't get to call a wife's house and tell a wife to put your husband on the phone. I didn't call to speak to you. Baby, there would have been skid marks in the driveway if that shit would have been me. I got bail money. I'd have been out. I'd have ate a bologna and cheese that night, bitch. But the next day, the next day, honey, like they said, when Jesus rose, honey, it'd have been a resurrection on your ass. Do you understand that? Call my fucking house, talking about put your husband on the phone, bitch. I ain't called to speak to you. Mashed potatoes you will eat until you take your last breath. Understand that shit. Okay? Fuck around. Mashed potatoes will be your favorite food because that's all you're going to be able to eat. I promise you. Read them between the lines. I'm going to scatter all these right here. All these, the ones in the front, going to be scattered like dice, bitch. All right, let's move on. I ain't down with the violence, but don't try me, honey. All right, so she goes on to say that Martell is really suffering behind the scenes, says that Arionne is upset that Martell is scrambling, like I said, and is embarrassed because she bragged, like I said, about having a cat daddy who take care of her and dropped off all this money to her, got her hair done, nails done, everything done, to go on helicopter rides, bought her all these clothes, paid her rent, all $20 of her rent, because you know the bitch been on Section 6 for years now, okay? I don't know how she do that. When she done claimed on social media that she makes millions and millions of dollars, girl, that is welfare fraud, but go off. Welfare, Huntsville Welfare Office, if you guys are watching my channel, Arionne is on the welfare fraud. All right, you heard it right here on my channel. But anyway, now, of course, he tricked off his marital funds on Arionne and don't have shit to show for it. Now you're out here selling a house from yourself to yourself in order to take out a mortgage loan, in order to pay attorney's fees that's coming up, and to pay your bills and survive. So what happens after you run through that money? And I hear that he has a good old gambling addiction. In addition to his broke ass. How the fuck you have a gambling addiction with no money? I don't get that. What you gambling with? Monopoly money? I can see his stupid ass, slow ass up there at the damn machine trying to put a damn Monopoly bill up in there. Big one. That's him up there at the machine. We're going to hit the big one. They're going to put the fake ass dollar bill up in there. Stupid ass. How the fuck do you have an addiction problem with no money? This nigga own people all over Huntsville, I'm hearing. Running around borrowing money from people left and right, not paying people back. That's dangerous in them streets. Because you know how people feel about their money, baby. People feel about their money. They will get on your ass about their money. Now, I said she's trying to break away, like I said, from Martell, but he is holding her back. She said that she's very much so sick of his ass. That's pretty much what she's saying. All right. But Martell is definitely holding on to her for the kids' sake because he needs her to help take care of the kids because he does not have help. According to the last video that I talked about, Marlene does not help Martell as he wants her to help with the kids because y'all saw it on the show, has her own life. According to Arionne, Marlene ain't doing shit. The only reason she went and got the kids whenever Martell went to jail was so the CPS wouldn't get the kids, because it was Martell's week with the children. That's the only reason she took her ass down there, because according to her, she was on her way to work. When Martell called and said, hey, Ma, come down here. They're locking me up. Come and get the kids. That's the only reason she went and got them kids. And then her stupid ass didn't even call Mel to tell Mel that Martell had already been locked up for the warrant. Y'all remember, for the revenge P. Mel had been took the warrant out, but they locked his ass up when he went up there to go get some paperwork, probably on her to be on some petty bullshit. And they locked his ass up after he left the children in the car. So he had to call Marlene, not Miss Marlene Child, Marlene, to go down there and get the fucking kids. And I think she only did that shit to keep CPS from stepping in and taking the kids. And then you kept the children for a day or so before you even called their mama to let them know that their daddy was already damn arrested. Melody talked about that on the show. Y'all saw that in the scene when Melody talked about it. But I said all that to say this. Martell, you broke up your family for what? You broke up your family for what? A girl who will not work, a girl who does not support you. Because if you want to help me, a person who is your help me is someone who will get out and get a job. If she's trying to give you a timeline of 2 years to get your shit together, what is she doing to help you do that if she wants to be with you? But now that we know that that is not the case, that you are being used for threesomes, foursomes, fivesomes, and for choo-choos and everything else, girl, get your children and get the fuck out of there. Go to Atlanta with your children where your sister resides and has a whole beauty salon, and go there and ask her, can you at least wash people's hair to start earning an income, and then find you a job and rebuild your life and allow Martell to pay child support through the system, of course. Put his ass on child support, because Melody didn't do that. I would have put his ass on child support, and nothing against her. She handled it and how she felt like she should have handled it. I'm not judging her. But 4 children, bitch, you would have been on child support. That would have shut a whole lot of this shit down. He'd have been in jail a long time ago, because the way his money is funny, had he missed a payment, I'd have been right down there, lock his ass up. I don't give a fuck if it's one pay. Lock him up. You got 4 children, they got to eat. You taking all these women out. You've been tricking off money. Lock him up. I have no compassion for you. None. None. The probation and everything else that his ass got and accumulated to, everything else that he did prior to, that shit would have been had him locked up. Because y'all know child support don't fucking play when you don't pay your payments. Child support will lock you up, and child support can find you. Everybody's out here trying to hide from child support, they're gonna find your ass. Believe that. You can hide, but for so long, honey. She needs to move away from his ass, put him on child support, get her a job, rebuild her life, focus on her son first. Her daughter looks like she might be dealing with some depression from all the shit that she's seen. Living in a house with Martell and Arionne. She's seen a lot of crazy shit, I'm sure, because she also is a bully. That spirit of bully has jumped in her, so now she's bullying Melody's children, all because she's jealous, of course. Arionne is a bully, but she's a scared bully. Martell is also a bully. So what choice did she have but to become what she saw and or grew up around? Knox is also a bully, but he has behavioral issues because she does not spend the amount of time she needs to as a parental person in his life. So she needs to focus on her child. He's getting ready to go to school soon. That's going to be hell for these people, for his teachers coming up. He has no discipline whatsoever. She has no discipline. Martell has no discipline. Do I feel sorry for her? I don't. I do not. That's your karma for coming in between somebody's family. And any man that you meet is going to happen to you. What's done to you, what's done to others will be done to you. When you finally meet a man to settle down with, and if he decides to marry you, another woman going to come through there and break your shit up. And that shit going to hurt you to the core. It's going to hurt you to the core. And I hope this shit be on video, because I'm going to come right back on live and show it. But that's our show for today. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to this channel so that you'll be privy to more videos to come. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you to my mods for doing an awesome job of modding. Bill Wilson, KBR, Tyra, and Scorpion Miss. You guys always do an awesome job. Thank you. Thank you to all the content creators who always stop by and support the channel as well. Truth TV Podcast, thank you. Purple Unicorn, Aries Girl Podcast, Deary Talk Show, Best Health ATL, Boss Lady Brand, Girlfriend Chronicles of Kim K, and love seeing her. Thank you. And also thank you to all of my Caramelians who you could have been anywhere, but you stopped by here to support the video, and I appreciate you all. Also, please and thank you. Please support our petition that we have out there as well. If you don't want to sign it, you can share it. If you don't want to share it, you can leave a comment. All right. Love you guys down. Let's get out of here because I have a lot to do today. I have a very busy day. But thank you guys. Love you guys. And bye.